Da, 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 da. Do I know how things work? I think I do. I think I'm set up. I got it. It's okay. I used like the biggest Ethernet cable possible for this. So we're gonna see. Everyone, let me know how the audio levels are. Like the void has like strange windiness happening. So let me know. Yeah. Anyway, everyone, we're live. By the way, the red button thingy.
Hi.
Yeah, that light over there. That means we're live.
That means
Okay.
we're. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so just like in the TV studio. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just less people behind the camera. Haha. Um. I am checking. I can see the chat. Yes, I can. What is happening? Hello, everyone. We have Icarus Got Flippers here in chat. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, we are. You know, we've been in each other's streams a few times. As you do. We got lots of people here. From all the house guards as well. This is very exciting.
Wow.
I average like 5 viewers normally. Hello, everyone. How we doing? Today, I have some very special guests with me. The Voiders around. Sunny will be back in a moment. She just needed some coffee, as we do.
Yeah, she's off to fetch the void coffee, which is good because I need some.
I managed to get
Queen
mine
Siobhan, good
before.
to see you. Glad you sound well. That's great. And okay. Is it all right if I answer questions from the chat?
Yeah,
Melody?
just go for it. If you know, I know you did some streaming back in. But I was about to say back in the day. Back before I was, back in the realm.
It feels like a million years
I
ago.
mean, like,
now.
I wasn't around then. I was in a coma, so to me it was, centuries ago. So
Don't worry, it feels like it was centuries ago to me too. Yeah, I started streaming. Well, I don't know how many littermancers actually remember the pandemic, but I started doing a game stream during that time that was based in my science fantasy world, and then I found a writing community, and I thought, well, okay, I don't know why people would want to watch me write, but why not? And I did that for a while, but then, of course, the word war happened, and yeah, the channel exists still, I think, but I'm obviously not doing any streaming anymore. Hello, everyone. Yes. Okay. So the question I was going to answer that's from the captain of the Raptors squad there, and good to see you, by the way, Dazzler Cat. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yes. I do believe that Melody did say something about having a research word counter installed in the chat. Something a bot or something.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be really cool to see how many words people write as we stream. Because like everyone's writing because it's a tourney. So I was like, okay, use the little channel points thing, and then you can just put in the words, and you can say what house you're in as well, because it's always fun to see like which houses show up. We normally get a lot of cats in the chat, but like maybe we'll get someone from every house this stream, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, you can use your researching words. They are calculated kind of differently. Sable helped me with the like how to calculate different types of editing. Is it going to be light editing rules that we're going to use for researching, or heavy editing?
I think it was light editing is what we decided on.
Okie dokie. So if you're researching, feel free to count those words as light edits in the little chat bot thingy majingy. I don't know, a wizard set it up for me, so it's pretty cool. Love that for me.
A wizard did it.
Yeah, exactly.
For wizard.
Oh, Sunny, hi! Welcome. We're live.
Hi.
We're live. The red dot means we're live.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You've got the coffee. Pass it over. Give.
Here. Have at it.
All right.
I also have coffee.
Yeah, we're from all over the time zones.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's prime time where I am, so hopefully we shall see. Thank you for the little stream design there that I did. Ocelot, Captain Ocelot is here in chat. Hi. Yeah, they all like everyone's names light up when each other talks. Just because in the void sometimes the audio gets a bit corrupted. Looking at Gala. So I just thought it'd make things easier.
Do anything. Okay, I did nothing with corrupting of anything. Okay, the nether layers did it. Wasn't me. The nether layers.
No. Of course, I think it has something to do with the chthonic presence, actually.
Sometimes
Well,
It could have something to do with it, yeah.
Yeah, but those guys are just so cute and adorable. It's like, how could they harm? They wouldn't harm a fly.
Oh, that's the fly that I saw them eat.
No.
That was another fly.
Icarus got flippers. No. We're not talking about. So like in the Neverlairs, because it's so way down and distant from our reality, when it kind of like mixes, there's like a little bit of like audio frying where like the audio sounds a bit bulky. Like if I put my microphone right up to a magnet, it would sound really funky. But no, like void corruption or anything. No.
We need a void glue.
Icarus, my dude.
Oh wow, the questions are already starting here. Interesting. Well, cool. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We understand there's been a lot of misinformation and misinterpretation being spread about, and we figured that this would be a good opportunity to put the record straight. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question from the captain there. What do you eat in the void, if anything? And did you learn your lesson? Actually, I tend to eat a lot of void nip. How about the rest of you?
I still bring nuggets into the void, but I don't drop them.
Better not.
No.
I would hope not. I end up cleaning up a lot of catnip.
Bad enough I got. Yeah, it's bad enough I got to deal with the catnip.
It's
Yeah.
I'm
fine.
still scraping that out.
It's fine. I can't actually word my way out of that situation. Good luck with the catnip. Icarus Scott Flickers also asked a question. Is it true that there is no honey mustard in the void for nuggies? I mean, as you know, right now, the realm is going through a giant ketchup shortage. So, we have ketchup here, but honey mustard, not so much at the moment. Should we add that to the list of things to pacify the nuggies? That's my notebook.
it might help if we're going to try to negotiate, but I thought we were still at active war.
We're
Uh,
still technically in active war, but we're talking about talking with them
yeah, it could be
again.
Could be nice to try. And talk again.
I'll look.
I
I'll
guess
look
it's
at.
worth a try. I'm always willing to try to negotiate. Yep. Could definitely make the effort.
I
I
will,
kind of like Eli's plan, actually.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Plan?
We still have to pacify them first.
We
I'll
have some
negotiate.
questions that are further back if you guys want.
Yes.
Oh,
We
you
should
know,
probably
huh?
get those.
Yeah, okay, so Clockwocket, House Chiroptera, I believe, asked the first question here. Oh, wait, I remember you, Clockwocket. We met just after the First World War. You came to the Warren. Nice to see you again.
Hey there.
How does one know if they are void touched, and how did you find out that you were void touched? Yeah, that can be a very personal question, and I don't know if everyone feels comfortable in answering it.
I can probably answer in generalization.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, me too. But go ahead, Sunny. You first.
In general, okay. When we say we're insane, we're not insane per se. We just have very off the wall humor. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. We have very off the wall humor.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
considering
work with demons and Chthonic for on the daily basis. They have some pretty funny jokes, I will say. But
they
you
do.
just got to get them.
But in general, you're called. It can be an enjoyment of darkness, nighttime, enjoyment of darker humor, writing certain things depending on the person. In general, just I don't want to say darker or pessimistic outlook on life. Just
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think that's part of it. I don't have a pessimistic outlook.
No, me neither. Of course,
technically,
we are the bright state people, aren't we?
Yeah.
technically, the both of you are an entirely different subset of the.
So there's a vibe. There's a vibe to being void touched, and you kind of get the
Yeah.
vibe, and you just kind of
Yeah.
know.
Or you're found by us.
I don't agree with
Look at the
that,
chat.
actually, guys. I didn't for the longest time, right? Like my story is a different story. I think all void touch know that they're different in the same way, okay, since I'm also bisexual, this is publicly known, in the same way that those who are LGBTQ are aware that they're just not quite like everyone else around them for some reason, and may not know what the difference is until much later. Why do people think differently from the way that I think, that sort of thing. That was my experience with it. I didn't have any idea actually that I was void touched per se until after my second near death experience with assassination attempts, and I found myself traveling the void in astral form. And that was my first hint that there was some, real connection there. I remembered it because I had, of course, had the experience in my youth. I don't know, I think I was about 10, 8, somewhere in there, the first time that I encountered the void. But I mean, weird things happen to kids. I dismissed them as sort of a mystical experience, or maybe even a hallucination of some variety, a really intense daydream. Who knows, right? I knew that, like, I wasn't sure exactly what had happened there, and I'd kind of managed to convince myself that my experiences were not real and that they had been created in my own head. And then I found myself in the void, and I realized that no, I knew this place and that this was something that was a genuine experience. And so I started talking to Sunny about it. So that was my experience with it, right? I don't know about anybody
Mine,
else.
mine was a little more. I don't want to say weird. It's just very slow. I landed in Mollusca. Actually, uh, that's where I gained some things. But that's where I started hearing the void call to me. It was a very interesting experience. Very hard to explain. Because unlike Sable, I haven't died yet.
I've died.
Yes, we know. You make for a very scary zombie child.
He was kind of a terrible zombie. That's a fact right there.
I didn't really feel like eating people at the time, I think. I mean, I'm okay, well, obviously I remember the hunger. That was a very, very strong thing. But it was like a different kind of hunger. It wasn't really a hunger for per se flesh, but more, I don't know. Kind of like a
Creative energy.
yeah, like a creative energy hunger. Like I was feeding my brain via their creativity. Plus, also
Yeah.
like the void shrooms that are growing and such, that also helped as well. Because I mean, they provide a little bit of an extra boost in some cases for me.
Yeah, I have a thought about that. Now, grant, okay, obviously there's no way that I know of that we could do any genuine scientific study on the void to confirm things by scientific method, right? So anything that we propose about the nature of the void is going to be by nature a personal experiential sort of story, and anything that we infer from it is our individual speculation, because there's so few of us and because it's so personal, right? But
Yep.
my theory, quote theory, not scientific theory, but like idea, I guess, is that some things in the void collect and store that energy and can also return it by means of, the same way that food returns calories in the physical reality, right? So things like the void polypore, right? The mushrooms, quote unquote mushrooms. They're not really mushrooms. They look like mushrooms. They're not actually mushrooms. right? And
They're
you know,
delicious, though. I will say they are absolutely
Yes.
good. You remember that
they're
feast
good.
that I made with them? They were absolutely good.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that.
I had done
Yeah,
myself.
you did. It was really
yeah,
good.
stuff like the Void coffee, which I tend to be very fond of, and the Void nip, which is Eli's poison of choice.
My mom
Yeah,
said coffee too. Darn it.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we all have very different aspects to us about being void touched, and it kind of does things in different ways to different people. I'm seeing a lot of concerns about the safety of the void and all that. I feel like something that we must kind of remember is our history and the fact that House Fearless has had a historical connection to the void for centuries. Um, and I understand people's concerns, and we are in a new litromantic age where anything is possible with this Iron Tome. Um, and as the Voiders, we are doing our best to, look after the realm, look after the Void, and keep things in check. That's kind of why you've been hearing all this stuff about the Nuggies, which I know can be alarming. And, we've done our best to, keep, allow people to be informed about the Nuggies, but not to the point where it's alarmist. Because, I feel like being alarmist and spreading misinformation is not something we necessarily want to do here at Meow News or here amongst the Voiders. But yeah, we do have quite a few questions pouring into the chat now. I also did pull some from Twitter earlier on.
Great.
Let me know
I
if there's any questions in chat that are popping out for you guys, since you're my guests and all that.
I just figured I'd go in order where we hit it, right? Moon
well,
asked, "Is the Void scary?"
no.
Depends on where you are, I think.
Yeah, it
But
really
it
all
depends on what
depends.
you can see too.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think it's freaking terrifying. All right, I would like to clarify that. Look, guys, I also saw a lot of people going, "Oh, I'm gonna go seek out the Void and see if I can, embrace it and become Void touch." Look, don't do that. Okay, please don't do that to yourself. You don't get Void touched except through pain. I don't wish my experiences on anyone else. I don't want you to go search that out. We're all here because we have had terrible things happen to us, and those terrible things have been connected to the void. Some people make it through and maintain a certain degree of their own identity, and you're looking at a few of them, but most people don't. It's a horror. It can be. It's not all horrifying. There is beauty here and light, and the darkness can be beautiful too. There is joy that can be found here. There are some amazing intense experiences, but there are deep abiding horrors that will eat you. And I don't think that people should just go herring off to try to see if they can find that because it looks cool. It's not cool. It's hard.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the articles that have been published around about the void, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Icarus got flippers, man. The void is the collection of everything that makes humanity humanity. It's a copy. Don't get yourself twisted. It's a copy. That includes humanity's pain. We have seen the dark side of humanity. I will flat out say I've been depressed since 16. I know how to deal with it. I know how to face my own personal demons.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I would not be here.
Yeah, my impression is that this is the primordial chaos. So that's
Different
why
places
it,
than I do.
yeah, right. Well, that's why it can be hard on our. I mean, we come from a physical reality. None of us were born here that I know of.
Nope.
Not like the chthonics or the demons or even the nuggies for that matter. And so this place can be hard on the mind of those who have come from a physical reality because the laws of physics as we understand them do not apply necessarily. Not even the litromantic laws of physics. So that's the real danger there. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
the void wasn't a bad experience for me, and in the in the topmost layers of the void, which are still as part of the void as anything else. Yes, we hear about all these nightmares, all these demons, all these chthonics, but the void kept me safe for 400 years. It's and if you go and you
That's
look in
true.
the bounce house, it's not this place of darkness. It's this place of
Yeah.
light and connection. And back in the day, it was what House Felis used to connect with all the other houses in the realm. And I feel like obviously now in this era and what we're using the void for, and what the void has kind of given to the us, it kind of leans more into the darker aspects, but it's been since the last war really that we've started to explore the void. There is so much to be learned. There's so many things in the libraries of the realm that we can learn about this place and kind of broaden our understandings. And I think having this alarmist perspective of oh the void is full of darkness, oh the void is full of horror, maybe there's some there's more to it. Maybe not in the ass
And
though.
to piggyback off of that melody too, like the nether layers, and I think the void honestly right now is really just being misunderstood, especially the nether layers, because I mean, yeah,
all the
it's
layers.
it's totally messed up and all of that. Yes, all of the layers as well. The labyrinth as well, the shallows, the firmament, the overflow, all of it is being misunderstood right now. And it's like yes, there are some horrors in there, but also look at what the voiders have done with those horrors. Like look at the things that we've done. The demons aren't going out and murdering everything around. They're there.
The
They're staying
harsh
there.
place. They act like that because the place is really harsh. If you give them an opportunity to experience like friendship, love, and genuine trust, they do eventually respond to it, just like anybody else. I don't think anybody's born evil, not even Nuggies. Not even
Icarus,
Nuggies.
Icarus, yes, that is true. I will admit, the demons are murdering. They're murdering each other, but from the research that has been published unjustly, I will add, unjustly published, they are reincarnated. And therefore, they're just coming right back. It's like they really can't die.
Beautiful. It's a place of beauty and wonder and possibility and joy and creative hope. Like I saw briefly, I'm not even down there yet because I'm still trying to make sure that I don't miss any questions here, but I saw it in the chat window that a comparison that Atoru made to Pandora's box. To some degree, yes, right? Pandora's box including hope, right? And that's sweet about your mom there, Icarus. I approve. That's cool.
Oh boy, we're getting a lot of questions in here.
We
Wow.
are.
I guess we better get to them, eh?
Yeah.
How about we
Probably
ask
so.
answer some of the questions that we've gotten previously, and then we can get back to the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying let's go to the Twitter questions? Okay, sure.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
a list right here. So looking. We had okay, no, that's just a question that's flattering me. That's not an actual question. So Cutesy Cat on Twitter asks, does the void steal plot bunnies or multiply them?
I will answer. My opinion is multiply.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably so.
Yeah.
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 It gives us lots of inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, what last tourney, all of us were quite busy with everything, and we got how many words?
That's a good question.
Many.
Oh, actually, since my awareness of the connection with the void has deepened, my word count output has considerably increased.
So has mine, actually.
Yep.
So yes, multiply, definitely.
Yeah.
Was there another one?
Oh, we got
Another
a
question?
new one here. Just come in. This is from eGrift, who's also in chat, but they posted this on Twitter for us. With all the discussions of nuggies, what could cause them to start taking the shapes of dinos, bunnies, kitties, and other creatures? And should we be concerned for any house that has a nuggie shaped after them?
A rumor about
Oh.
that, but I haven't seen it myself.
No, I haven't
have,
seen them.
unfortunately.
Like dino nuggies? They sell them in shops already.
Yeah,
They look
they're
nasty.
As
so
far
from
as
what I've seen from them, the different shaped ones, like the dino ones, they're a little bit bigger than regular normal nuggies, and they're unpredictable, like the other nuggies as well, but they don't use weaponry, which is fine. I'm fine with them. I can tolerate dino nuggies.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Do you think it might have something to do with the nature of their creation, Gala? I mean, this is really your area. The demonic spawning rocks, they're which is what reincarnates the demons, as you've explained it to me.
Yes.
That would that possibly have had a transformative effect on their shapes in the same way that it likely was what spawned them in the first place and turned them from chicken nugget snack pieces into the alarming sentient creatures that they are now?
Um, I
Alarming.
don't actually know about that,
Okay.
honestly, because I mean, there's a certain residual energy to the nether layers, hence the spores and yeah. Um, but there's a certain residual
Anything else?
energy to it that just kind of it
Oh my God.
changes things by nature, like automatically. It will start to change things. It's more just constant mutation, hence to the reason or to the point where the demonic spawning rocks have gotten to where they are.
Okay.
So that residual energy will start to change things by nature.
Yeah.
Hence why we have the void touch features.
And yeah, my guess is just because it's basically raw chaos juice, as far as I can tell. So
Pretty much, yeah, raw chaos juice. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it.
awesome. Are there more Twitter questions, or do we want
Let's
to
go
get
back to the
some
chat
more?
questions.
Okay.
Because we got quite a few here.
Yeah, I'm still way back here. Does time run the same in the void as it does on the earth? Asks the outrageous Olive. No, but I don't really understand how it works, and I don't think any of us do.
It's very wibbly wobbly.
I've been
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
pretty
the
much.
shallows, it is a 1-to-1 time basis, because obviously it's it's just the interface of moving from one place to another. But when you get further down, maybe it's because it's so dark, maybe it's for a number of factors. We're not too sure about the whole time situation, but clocks work in the shallows.
Yeah, and the overflow, the time in the overflow is just weird. It's really hard to describe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on what I'm doing, it can. But I can't really go into a lot of details on what I do because it's really weird.
I don't really understand it in parts of the firmament it's different than others, but in certain parts it basically, I don't know, an eon can pass in a moment, and a moment could be an eon, right? So hard to say.
Yeah.
Right. So wibbly wobbly timey wimey, I think is probably the best explanation.
Yeah, probably
good.
so.
Okay, alright. I'm going to blast through this question just because I've addressed it a few times now. Where did all these evil nuggies come from? as we have been over a few times, stuff when it gets lost in the void gets affected in some ways, and we just ended up getting some nuggies that just fell into the void and became evil, and that's kind of the end of that, really. Nothing else to really add there. It's just something that's happened, and we're dealing with the situation as it's coming at us. Let's move on to the next question, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Icarus asked a while ago, wore this, zombie wore that, Nuggy wore there. So my mom, I love my mother. My mom is great. It's cool that you love your mother. That is very neat. But so my mom, when she gets in a bit of trouble with the Nuggies, she puts them in the oven. You know, the big hot thing? Have you tried putting the void Nuggies in at 350 degrees for 18 minutes? We don't have an oven in the void because we don't have the infrastructure to run electricity here.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that they do tend to respond to Eli's fire, and they also respond to starlight pretty well in that way. That does tend to neutralize them. So yeah, you can use heat against them as a weapon. It's just hard to come by in the void.
And do you know what burning mold smells like?
It does
Oh,
smell
God,
rather
yeah.
disgusting. I
It is
cannot
so
argue.
bad.
Oh, and especially if you accidentally, it accidentally blows up and it gets all over you and you have that on you. Bleh. I hate that. No.
The only time I willingly
I
take a bath.
I think that was the first time I've seen a badger puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nano Badger
and I don't
cares
hope
about
to-
his skin. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I hope never to see that again, actually. That was kind of awful.
It was all,
No.
Icarus said earlier it's not really a question per se. Insane, you say. Insane, but not insane, but awful humor with demons, you say. Okay, all right. So let's clarify this. You have to adjust your brain in order to deal with the void. It is impossible to maintain a typical outlook on life and survive the mental rigors of having been in the void for any length of time. So we do tend to pick up, I don't know, little eccentricities that I suppose probably could be viewed as odd. And I've never made any bones about that. I've always had that, and people knew it
I've always
perfectly well
been
when I
weird.
took the carrot throne. Exactly, right? So, you know, I'm not about to apologize for that. As for the awful humor with demons, I think that one survival technique is that you kind of have to develop a sense of the absurd, right?
Yep.
A little bit of gallows humor here and there. I've been, well, we've all been through some stuff, and sometimes you just have to laugh it off, right?
yeah, pretty
So-
much.
Better that way. Laughter is the best medicine, as people keep saying and such.
Also,
Yeah.
chatters, can we please chill your beans? Thank you. Otherwise, I will call my mods in, and you don't want to deal with that because they are also regular house guards, and it's not great. So, chill your beans. No arguments in chat. We are just answering questions, okay? No complaints about people's
fight.
reporting. It's all fine. Otherwise, I will have to time you out.
What does it mean when they have it in italics? I don't under.
Yeah, when it's purple.
Okay, I can answer this one.
Okay.
Because I do a little bit of streaming myself when I'm bored. I don't have any princess duties. It means it's an action more than likely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
right. They're
So
describing
it's
action. That's what
yeah,
it
it's
is.
because they're in.
Sorry.
So they're
And where-
RPing with us. Is that
Oh,
what's
Yes.
happening?
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh, I've written a couple
Yes.
of that.
Yeah, RPing's really fun.
Yeah.
So Captain Ocelot earlier asked a question, controversial, probably not able to answer this one. Which person would you be most afraid of meeting in the void, and or which person do you think might be the most likely to be corrupted from being in the void? I have no idea, honestly.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
tough
know
one.
about anybody else because it affects
Okay.
everybody differently, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Meeting
Sunny.
it, just straight up meeting someone in the void. Probably Melody.
What? Rude. Excuse me. Right, when Perry Allen found me in the shallows, they said, I looked very peaceful, like I was sleeping. So like, I don't think that's scary.
That was a 400-year nap.
Yeah, you know.
That was not. That was not a willing nap. That was you going down and being dropped into the
But
shallows.
like, I wouldn't be scared of meeting a sleeping version of myself in the void. Why would you be scared?
Because you're in the void and you're sleeping.
I mean, look.
Okay, that was at first when I first found the void and started exploring and started learning what I've learned. And eventually I'm going to write that academic paper. At least in the broad, general sense. There's a lot of information I know.
On the void.
Broad, general sense. There's already an article. Might as well be scientific about it.
Yeah, those things.
Yes, so I might as well be scientific.
That reminds me, by the way, I think there was a question about that earlier too. Okay, so Gala didn't intend to publish that. He did not submit his notes for publication. They were stolen out of Windy Willows and illegally published. It's a violation of copyright. It's a violation of privacy. It's a theft of intellectual property, and it is also theft, a criminal theft, right? So, yeah, House Millies is suing, and they have my full support because that's nonsense. He was not ready to publish any of that yet.
Yeah.
So many legal things. Yeah.
So many legal things.
But, okay, to get back to the question. But if it was like someone who's been zombified because of the tome, I hate to say it, sister, but you.
Yeah. Sable would be terrifying as a zombie in the void.
Yeah, I don't. Let's try not to think about that. I don't even want to think about
I don't need the nightmares again.
Why not?
Gala?
We could make fun of the form. Be like, look, that horn is crooked. Like, why are your horns crooked, Mom? Come on. Couldn't you have cleaned that up or something?
I'd be Galadriel with the one ring is what I would be if I were in the zombie. I'd just not go there.
Well, you know.
But it's fine. We've defeated the undead horde. We've got nothing to worry about. Everything's going to be fine. So, no worries for Void Zombie Fable.
You're right. I really hope you're
right.
We're fine.
Okay, that, Billy.
We're fine.
The last time somebody said that, look what happened.
Correlation does not equal causation. I've learned that in school. We're fine. Let's move on to the next question. We're fine. Everything is fine. Icarus, are you asking me for coupons?
We do not have coupons. There are no coupons in the void.
What coupons would... What?
No, we're going shopping. Don't worry, Icarus is just a good friend in chat sometimes. With coupons. Anyway, words, questions. We are doing questions. Q&A with the voiders. Hello everyone. Where were we?
Icarus again, and you see no harm in this. You're dipping into the eternal nightmarish darkness, getting dead and undead, and then re-alived, then dead. Then there's this pot of chili or such. Then thank you for reminding me about the pot of chili. I actually have trauma about chili now. All right, okay, but as such, then there's more void with nips and stuff. How is this safe? It's not. It's not safe. No power is safe. It's all in how it's used.
It can be political. It could be literomancy. Any power that you have can be corrupting. It all depends upon the mental power and willpower of the person wielding it.
Fire isn't safe, but civilization depends on it. It nurtures us, it warms us, it keeps it cooks our food. It protects us against the, creatures that used to hunt our ancestors. Is it safe? No. If you don't watch the fire, it burns everything. It burns down houses. It burns people. Power is like that. Any kind of energy and power is like that.
Yeah. Being fire is... It sounds great, right? It's not. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Mr. Fletcher, you are welcome to quote that as long as you add the part that goes with it, which is that no power is safe, which is why it must be wielded carefully.
Yes. You have to have the complete quote, otherwise, no.
And
If it's not the complete quote, we've got lawyers.
Yes.
yeah, just
We're going to kind of have to start cracking down on that. Complete quotes are no quote at all.
yeah. We're in a new litromantic age. I know some people are not big fans of litromancy, but it's what we can use against undead hordes. It's what we can use to protect the tome, and we need it in this age. Just like how thousands and thousands of centuries ago we needed fire, as Sable was saying. And I know it's a big adjustment, and I know it's happened very quickly. I mean, boy, I've had to catch up real quick myself. But we are making the best out of this new world, this new situation, and I understand people's fears, and that's kind of why we wanted to do an AMA, so you guys can ask your questions, and we can give you answers and try and help you understand where things currently are in the realm.
Yeah. Okay, I see something from Icarus earlier as well that they addressed to Clockwalk It, but here's a thought. Have you thought that maybe you're fighting the undead because you're all up against the void? No. The void has nothing to do with the undead. Gala was capable of accessing his connection to the void when he was dead and when he was not dead. So it's irrelevant. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do
And
with him.
I kind of hate to say it, but when the first war started, the void wasn't what it is now.
There was no one living who had access to the void back when that war happened.
Yeah, even I didn't have it. I didn't find it until like just before the second tome. Literally, I just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, it's a wild story for all of us.
The void kind of went, okay, it's time here. Thump. Where am I?
We're all still learning as well. It's been less than a year since you accessed the void for the first time, Sunny. We're getting there. We're sharing all the information we can with the public and with each other, just trying to get a really solid understanding of what's going on, because the last thing we want is misinformation. The last thing we want is fearmongering. Yeah.
Icarus, sorry to cut you off there for a moment, but Icarus, if you're supposed to be this, big reporter, conspiracy theorist and such, shouldn't you already know that Stretch is missing? Shouldn't you be in the news? Get in the know, all of it? I just find that to be like sloppy work, honestly.
There are some sloppy news agencies out there. Don't worry about it. That's why everyone's coming here to Meow News. We have insider information from the litromantic houses, and we don't gossip about litromantic houses when we don't actually have all the details and information. So yeah, join us for our weekly news show on Fridays. It's a good time.
I just assume all litromantic houses are doing their own business and they're doing it well, and I go about my business. I just assume it.
Yep.
Right, should we move on to the next question, Reno?
Yes.
I'm skimming through and looking. There was a question as to whether or not we would be addressing the questions on the Discord. I don't know. Do we have a Discord?
It's the Discord for me. Let me double check if we got any new ones.
You have a Discord for yourself?
Yeah, it's like we do sprints together. We share memes. People tell me about modern things or stuff I don't know. It's called Fish Out of Water, even though I'm a cat. We just
Fish Out of Water, huh?
Yeah. It's a good time on my Discord. It's a whole dealerino.
Might I say, this streaming thing is really, really cool.
It is.
I mean, I usually just I usually pop on a nice little portal call with the Chthonic and demons, and they gather around and we do a video call type thing, and I just read them a bedtime story, just call it good.
I've been doing all my schoolwork live. I have like this thing that captures my keyboard when I'm typing, so people can see when I'm typing, and then I can feel bad when I'm not typing, so I keep typing, and stuff like that. And we just chat about all
So you
sorts.
guilt trip yourself?
Yeah, otherwise I would never finish my work. But we talk about all sorts. We talk about school, we talk about House Fearless, we talk about, House Verdant, House Ocelot, and like all the stuff that's happening in the realm. It's great because like I can like show people all the books from the archives in House Fearless and like hold them up to the screen so people can see them and that kind of thing. It's good. Good time. Well, I'm like averaging like 5 viewers, so like, it's just me and my little crew there. But we have a great time. Yeah.
It sounds like fun. I'm especially interested in the memes.
Yeah. It's we get like a
That's fine.
daily meme. If I don't post a daily meme, normally someone has to like call up the kitty general and ask if I'm okay. Normally I've just gotten lost, and I'm on my way back. But yeah, that's how people know where I am. Post a meme. Let me see. Discord questions. We got some more questions about the nuggies that I feel like we have already answered. I'll read them out though so people know what we've covered. Why are you all playing in the void with demons? Sure you're fighting evil nuggies, but how did perfectly innocent nuggies get so evil? It ain't like nuggies can just get themselves anywhere, let alone in the void. As we mentioned, they kind of just got in here.
Yeah.
It's
But
we're dealing with
Nuggies fell in here, they changed, then they decided to twist my demonic babies into weaponry and stuff, and so I kind of not cool with that.
Screaming weaponry.
Screaming weaponry.
They're clearly in great pain. It's really distressing to watch. You guys obviously haven't seen it, but I have no
If
words
they've
about
seen it, they're probably a drilling puddle of.
It sucks having to, when you cast a spell and they bring up a shield and it's of somebody that you actually knew about, and you end up breaking that shield and you're like, well, damn.
Yeah,
it's intense.
almost
Anyway,
as horrifying as having to fight your son who's a zombie. Terrifying, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
There might
I
be
can
some
see that.
similarities, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's another question here on Twitter. Moving swiftly along.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
No.
from I don't know if Sable wants to even engage with this, but this is from Got News. They do follow me on Twitter. Got News asks, because I used to manage the Got News Twitter account, so like I followed myself obviously. Got News asks, how do you access the void and can anyone do it? And I feel like this is probably a very important question to kind of cover. Sunny, would you like to take this one first? Would you like me to repeat it?
If you're not void touch, do not try and access the void. You will become either insane or vitamins. You will either become insane or you will see things about yourself that you've never wanted to see before, because it does force you to take a good hard look at yourself.
Can't
That was
argue.
fun.
Yeah, it's again with the shallows, that's kind of all feline people, and that's like a whole different adjacent thing with House Fearless and our history with the shallows. But getting into places like the labyrinth or the ass, the Neverlairs, that's for people who have been particularly touched or afflicted in certain ways. And as Void, as one of our main jobs, one of the main reasons we started having meetings together was to kind of figure out who is Void touched and how can we help them.
Yeah.
And we're always very vigilant about keeping on top of Void activities and all that jazz.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough my brains out there.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Honestly, I don't know anyone who, aside from House Fearless, and apparently House Lappin ages ago also dabbled in some research in the shallows, but that information has long ago been lost. Just found some notes about it in the archives, but I don't have any information on that other than that. Just I don't think you do voluntarily. I think
No.
people find it accidentally. It's more like they trip and fall into a hole in reality. And then they have to deal with that experience just the way that any of us who have been through difficult experiences, which, let's face it, a lot of the world has since the word wars. I think all of us have stories of some horrible thing that has happened to them, and you've had to readjust your perspective and your opinion of reality and who you are after that experience. You've got to give it some deep thought, and it's like that. I don't know anyone who has voluntarily sought out a connection like that, and I don't know if it's even possible.
If it is, I wonder what would happen to that person. I don't think it would be good, whatever it was, but
As far as I can tell, like I said, they'll either become a drilling mess of what used to be a human, or they'll be facing themselves
I do see some
emotionally,
concerns
physically.
from Icarus here about getting us doctors and all that.
Icarus,
We're
Icarus, I
fine.
am fine.
You
I am
know,
a flesh and blood badger, everything else like that. I am a literamancer. I am fine. I do not have mycelium in my skin.
also, as our positions in the houses, we all have people looking after us. There's no need to worry there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think.
since being found in the void, I kind of have like a weekly therapist I go to because I'm still adjusting to the world and all
Yeah.
that. We're all fine.
Well, with all of these secrets coming out and stuff about everything, it's like even if I tried to hide that secret, it'd probably end up coming out somehow, some way by somebody.
It's
yeah,
very
I have a
difficult to get
doctor's.
any kind of personal privacy in our position.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it really is. And I have a doctor's appointment, Icarus, on Tuesday, so don't worry, we're being taken well care of, or
Yep.
better grammar than that, but you know what I mean.
I like what Atoru had to say. They were talking to Icarus earlier. Would you expect someone who is neurodiverse to be able to change their brain? Same is said for those who are void touched. They run on a different operating system. Most people run on Windows. Neurodiverse and void touched run on Linux, as an example. I think that's a pretty good analogy, actually.
Yeah.
I have neurodiversity diagnoses. I have ADHD.
Same.
I may be on the autistic spectrum. These
Yep.
are things that have been a part of me since, and they could well be a result of having been void touched, or maybe it was that made it possible for me to survive being void touched. I don't know which. And these things, they can be a bit of a pain in the butt, right? Like anybody, I'm terrible with time. Everybody knows that. I'm always late for everything. I don't mean any harm. I just am. But it can also be really helpful. I am capable of keeping track of multiple plots, plans, and projects at once, and I think that this, I'm not alone, but it may have contributed to our survival in the Second World War. So,
Yep.
I'm not sure that this is a bad thing.
Yeah, I'll
So do
agree
we
with
have
that.
more questions?
Oh, we have so many questions.
We have so many questions. Where are you all finding all of these questions? I'm trying. I'm hunting.
Oh, you're not on the Twitch channel?
No, I'm here. I'm here. It's just like, oh, I forgot.
They're putting
Oh,
it in capitals.
that's
yeah.
no, that's fair. I forgot to. I accidentally slid it. I collapsed my chat on accident.
Oh.
So I was wondering
Oh,
where it was.
that'll
Yep.
do it.
Yeah.
There it
I've
was.
done that.
Yeah, we did go over
Okay.
some like pre-stream checks and all that jazz, but it happens. It happens. What was that?
Yep.
That was me hitting something that I shouldn't have.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Don't worry about it.
What did you
Everything's fine.
bonk?
The Raptor
You know, I
Captain
had-
asked me earlier. Oh no, go ahead, Gala. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just gonna say that a fearless spy was actually like walking around the desk and such. It was kind of funny.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh,
the-
what, you sure that wasn't Salima over there? I heard her yowling earlier.
Oh, well, see, I chose not to bring any of them here because, public opinion right now. I'd rather
Right.
not, you know, bring
The,
them here and then just have everybody just be like, "Ah," and then run
the,
away.
the,
They do look a
then
little
they
odd, and it takes some getting used to. Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah.
they should see when they open a portal and just yeet you through like a human, like a magic cannonball. That's always
Well,
funny.
as long as when he's not hurt, that's funny. Actually, I'm sorry, Kellen. If you got hurt, it would be awful. But since you never seem to get hurt, it's actually kind of hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, you're gonna be so mad at me now.
This is why I always cast a spell on myself as a precaution. I always have a contingency spell up.
Oh,
Uh,
that
cause,
explains a lot.
Okay, I'm going to address Daz's question to me here, Captain Dazzlecat's question. Queen Sable, so which job are you doing for your house? Leading them as the queen mother of bunnies or as bodyguard versus the void? How can you do both at the same time? I mean, you have real world problems like Stretch is missing. Okay, so a person who is in a position of authority often has a lot of different jobs that they have to do. I certainly never expected to be a queen. My economic background was not conducive to that. I am a working class writer. I have had to make a lot of adjustments. I was not raised to the crown. I don't, and obviously I haven't always handled it perfectly. But this is the duty that circumstances given it to me, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And sometimes that may mean having to make choices between which is the greater, more urgent matter that affects more people. Yeah, I think that's probably, I don't think that needs any more clarification. Do you guys think it does?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're good. Icarus, calm down.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Icky, it's all
Yeah.
fine. It's all fine.
Icarus,
It's
you're
do you have
fine.
your inhaler? I know you have an
Actually,
inhaler.
I brought some tea. Would you all like some void mushroom tea?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
please.
please.
All right. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and get it.
Icky.
Thanks. Yeah, but Icarus, my friend, pet a
Nobody's
cat.
blaming you for being new, Icarus. I just caught on that earlier, actually.
No. It's just
And congratulations on reaching 100 followers. That's great.
Ooh, well
Yeah,
done.
that's great.
Congrats. Yeah. There you go. We love it. Yeah.
I just remembered. I brought some oh shoot, what are those called? Those little puffy thingies with whipped cream inside them. Cream puffs, that's what they're called. I brought some, but I left them kind of in the overflow. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab them.
Okay, bring back snacks. Bring back snacks.
maybe we should take 2 seconds to
If people
take a
want to
break,
take a break,
stretch
you
it
can
out.
go take a break. I can lead the stream. Don't worry.
There's a Felix spy sitting in front of my screen.
It's fine. They're just here to help the equipment. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she's really helping by grooming her paw.
Icarus, you're gonna do an interview with Atoru? When are we doing an interview together, Icky? I'm just saying. Could be a laugh. I would be.
I would watch and eat popcorn while doing so.
See, it could be some quality entertainment. But yeah, it was. I will have you anytime. You will have me on. I will definitely show up. We can put that in a diary, and I will show up. Will Fletcher, why are you saying things with a thin veil of threat on them? I'm just saying. I don't know. We're just here answering people's questions. I don't know what you're on about. Attacking people's aesthetic is a bit of a low punch, though I am gonna say. So maybe reconsider your journalistic approaches, in how you're trying to slander people, because it ain't hitting. Honestly, mate, it ain't hitting. Yeah. Cookies. Oh, cookies. Yeah, I want cookies.
Interesting, Icarus. Okay, so Icarus said to, again, Clockwalk it earlier. Interesting that I'm not, for some reason, I'm not catching what Clockwalk it is saying, but said, I do believe literamancy sounds like a lot of power for anyone to possess. I wouldn't disagree with you. How do you balance your usage of literamancy with the whole planet full of people who don't indulge? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? You said you have flippers. I saw your broadcast on Meow News. Are you a seal? A dolphin? You have flippers. That means you're a shapeshifter, and therefore you are a literamancer by definition. And why weren't you at the Warren during the Second World War, may I ask? The rest of us were trying to save the world. What were you doing?
Okay, we don't have to accuse people. I mean, some people have only just really got into their literamancy.
Well, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry if you're new. I apologize. You're absolutely right. Yes, of course. Maybe you just discovered your powers, and that's fair. That happens.
We have loads of resources online to help.
Sorry, you're right.
There's also actually the school, and the school has loads of resources about helping people get to grips with their literamancy.
Yes.
That's kind of like Sable adjacent with Erin, who helps with the school and everything. So if you want to say anything.
Erin's campus is the campus he's managing is off to a pretty good start here at the Warren. If you're new to your powers, come by and we'll get you started.
We'd love to meet you in person. You know, if you want to come and learn some literamancy. Yeah.
Like, we're not scary. I promise. We seem scary. Because we're chaotic.
Oh,
we're not
I'm sorry
scary.
To hear that, Icarus. I don't know anything about that. Icarus says, I happen to be using the whole figurative language about the whole flippers and the whole family history and being rejected by all houses. It's a sore subject. I don't know about anybody else, but I gotta tell you, I will take any literamancer who wants to help. I don't care. Right? So if my ancestors rejected your family, I apologize. I'm not my ancestors. Please come by, and I promise you will not get that attitude from me. We need every literamancer we can get.
And like if
came in
you're
at a good subject.
Yeah, it is.
Like tea.
If you're tea. Wait, what am I trying to say? Okay, yeah.
And I have the cream puffs. Snacks
and tea. Okay. One final point as well. If you are a new literamancer and you don't feel like you fit into any of the houses, don't worry. I know there's kind of this thing of like all the people in House Lapin are rabbits, but like House Lapin has dragons. You know, if you
actually,
you know,
tigers, don't we?
Two of them
and tigers. And like, you know, House Ocelot is just like a ragtag team of like dragons and rhinos and wyverns and like ocelots. You know, it's a whole. We're not really sticking to the old structures of.
There's so much diversity.
We love to see it, you know.
Yeah, nowadays it's more about what house you vibe with than what you actually are.
Yeah, because
I started out in Mollusca.
Yeah, I started out as Molluscan too, which is kind of ironic now, isn't it?
It is very. That continues to amuse me, like, actually. I'm fire, and I'm gonna be in the house that is literally the only one in the ocean. It's just,
Yeah,
It was kind of funny.
Well, I was there going, why Mollusca? Oh, I just kind of landed there. Oh. Alrighty then.
Straight shot, Will Fletcher. You're inviting people on your show. Can me and Icky come on, and we'll do like a roundtable discussion. I'm just saying, that could be something. Because I know Icky wants to get on the network too. I'm just saying we can go toe to toe. If you want, just saying. I will be there.
I would be willing to do interviews. That is I'm putting that out there.
Same.
We can do it.
I have a publicist, but you could definitely talk to her. Yeah. I don't know what my schedule looks like, but you know, I'm interested in discussing the topic and willing to be open about it. So yeah, hit my people up, and they will look at my schedule. Yeah.
I think I have.
And I love Mollusca too, actually. I have nothing against Mollusca. Please don't interpret that. Coffee is a dear friend.
Yeah, coffee is great.
Wonderful.
You know, we would not be here were it not for House Mollusca. We would not have survived the First World War without their compassion.
No,
and
no, that's
their
true.
and I will never forget it. And yeah, I'm happy to consider Mollusca a strong ally. I'm just not built for the deep ocean myself, right? I'm a rabbit. It's wet. It's salty. There's not much to eat. It was rough, but
Yeah.
but cool for them, right? They didn't do too well in the war, and either we had to make some special accommodations, and they're insufficient, and we're looking to improve them. So I'm just gonna slip out for a moment. I think that I dropped my coffee cup, and I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah,
I'll be
go
right
get
back.
that before it goes wonky.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want that to end up somewhere that it shouldn't be.
Yeah, no,
so-
I'd rather not have, sentient coffee monsters.
Platypus.
Yeah, that would be weird. That would be very
As
weird.
fun as that sounds to befriend, I'd just rather
I'll be right
not.
back.
Okay.
Oh, a platypus. Oh, neat. Well, nice to meet you, Chris.
We like
And
platypuses.
that's cool,
Nice.
actually. That's really cool.
Yeah, bring cookies. Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yes.
Yes, platypuses are cute. Then again, I was originally from a place of that was used to be called a mini Australia.
Mini Australia.
Yeah, everything wanted to either kill you or no, I pretty much just wanted to kill you.
Oh. Yeah. It gives off voidy vibes. What other questions do we have? There's so many people here today. Hello everyone, welcome. This is very exciting. I had to get like the biggest Ethernet cable possible that I could find in the cat castle to make this all work. We don't really have that much Wi-Fi in the void. We do have phone signal though, which is weird. But Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we
I-
gotta
I
figure
try-
out why that is, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit
I
weird.
try not to ask too many questions about that.
Yeah, fair.
So maybe that like a cell tower just kind of sunk down or something.
That's possible.
No,
Could be.
No,
I don't know.
I don't
you don't
think
want
we
a
want.
sentient cell tower?
No.
No, I'd rather not have a cell tower get, changed to have it be sentient cell tower.
But it could
You
be
know,
Yeah,
maybe
I
it's
was
something that Chthonic did.
Now I just got this image
What?
of the cell tower scuttling along.
Oh,
Like,
That would be hilarious.
What did you say, Eli? I didn't hear
I
that.
said maybe it's something that Chthonic did. I don't know.
No, it couldn't have been them.
no, there's probably not a
They're
sentient
good
cell
boys
tower.
and
but-
girls and things and
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that doesn't preclude them from making cell signal, though.
See, but I don't want to try it because I don't know what could happen, and I'd rather not have it go terribly bad.
Yeah, I see your point there.
oh, icky. There's no sentient cell tower. We're just like throwing out
Yeah,
thoughts
we're just
on
trying to
why
figure
we
out
have
why.
Yeah.
phone signal at
Oh.
all.
I don't think it would be associated with Sappha.
No,
all, the sentient
Sappha
cell
is.
tower.
Sappha sounds
Sappha's-
delightful. I really want to go down to the swamp and meet Sappha.
I've never met Sappha. I'll have to do that sometime.
I've met Sappha
I've
at
heard
the
of
bodyguard
Sappha.
thing.
Right, yeah.
I think they're a robot. or
I
something.
totally
I'm not
forgot
sure.
about the bodyguard meeting.
Yeah, Sappha was fun there.
You have meetings.
Affection.
What do you talk about?
What was that?
What do you talk about in bodyguard meetings? Like best way to beat people up or something?
No. It's usually the best
Just-
way to defend our leaders.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just really, really boring stuff. Don't
Perry
go
go
there.
to
It's
them?
really, really not something.
Not yet, so far as I know.
Oh.
Neither has
What?
Duos, so.
Oh. Okay.
But then again, she's just like mine.
Just-
She just like she just follows me around. She's like, "You're not going nowhere without me." It's like, okay.
Yeah, Icarus, what we talk about in the bodyguard meetings is pretty boring. It's all not statistical. The other word, tactical.
yeah.
Tactical stuff.
Well, was cool that you were working together though, all the houses coming together and.
Well, we gotta.
know.
Yeah.
With all of the houses and everything going on, it's like we need all the hands we can get.
Yeah.
And tentacles and
Gotta
claws.
make sure
and...
everybody's protected. Well, okay.
And fire
We need all
bun.
the grabbable, I don't know, what's the prehensile objects we can have.
Grabby grabs, yes.
Yes, the grabby grabs.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
Okay,
Tried
questions.
to be all
Any more questions that
wordy
I can
with it,
answer?
but it didn't work out there.
It's more people. Most of the chat is just Icarus being worried about your mushrooms. Again, you know, we've had people come back from the undead. Mushrooms, it's just part of the new litromantic age. It's just one of those things.
Des,
know?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, and we're not really giving
Otherwise-
away any secrets here. It's just tactical stuff, you know.
Well, no, just kind of the people. Like, if somebody was in the void and such, it wouldn't really, work out with them, as we've established, because, brain starts to change.
Huh. Icarus is
Anyways,
sharing
we
some
have-
fun facts about mushrooms in chat, but obviously that's very different from void mushrooms, so we don't need to worry about anything like that.
Icarus. Wrong kind of mushroom.
Yeah, wrong kind of mushroom.
Yeah. They may look like them, but it's not them.
No.
In fact, I believe that there was an article posted about them.
Do you know how hard it is to even get a demon to listen to you when you're the one watching them?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the demons don't
I'm
listen.
surprised I've gotten this far with them.
Huh.
Yeah,
Like,
Bella has
seriously.
worked wonders, seriously.
There is a reason why I find it funny when Gala is yeeted through a portal and becomes a ping pong ball when he's not hurt. But otherwise, it's because he asked the demons to do something and they're like, nah, go away now.
Getting a demon to do something just because you asked them is like getting a cat to do something just because you asked them. No offense, Melody.
For a teenager.
Yeah, non-take.
Or a teenager.
Exactly.
Was this before or after the mushrooms? This has been an all-around thing. It was before and after and in between.
Yeah, Gala's just
Yeah,
very
Gala-
yeetable. Just
he
you
is.
know.
He
Yeah.
is.
The very first time officially I ever met Gala was when he was yeeted through a portal and he landed on a table in the middle of Sable's speech.
Oh yeah, that I wasn't going to be late to that. I wasn't going to be late to it.
Yeah.
There
I
was
think
opening
that,
ceremonies. I was running late, and I wasn't going to be late.
And you weren't?
We were on time and we did not cause a distraction. Yeah.
Except the table broke in half.
Yeah, but like it's just a table, There was many tables, and it wasn't a table full of food.
It's only a table, really,
Yeah.
Melody.
It
Only
wasn't.
a
It
table.
wasn't a person.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't a table of food.
It had people on it.
It
It's
could have
fine.
been like a really expensive
Can you
vase or
imagine
something.
that? Fell, broke the table in half, and then all of a sudden, like, we just start having these aerial acrobats just start flinging about all of a sudden. What a way to do opening ceremonies, huh?
I mean, like, if worse comes to worse and everyone turned around and looked at us, I could just do a cartwheel and they'd think it's, part of an act. Or I could just roll
cartwheel
over.
and call it good.
Yeah. That's, opening ceremony cartwheel.
Opening ceremony cartwheel. I
Yeah.
love it.
There
Let's
you
go
go.
with
It's
that
like,
idea.
portal just opened
I'm sorry,
and
I
Gala
just got
comes.
back from my coffee cup here. Also, I found a jar of pickles. Anybody want some?
Ooh,
Oh,
yes,
please.
please.
And over.
Pickles, huh?
Although I don't know how pickles
Yeah,
are going to go with the
that's-
cream puffs.
Yeah, I hear. I see the raptor captain is upset. Says we're not listening. What are we not listening?
It's about the bodyguards doing bodyguard things.
Not
we
about
weren't
us
even
not
very
listening. No.
We just said we talked about tactical stuff. Tactical stuff what?
That's
Guys,
there are issues. We're working on it. We're not going to talk about it here, though. We love you, but no.
Is somebody giving shade to the Owsla again? Because listen, I've had about enough of that. Look,
no.
No,
What?
shit.
we're
More,
not.
more.
It's not giving shade to the Owsla. It's more.
No, more me and Gala getting shade.
Yeah, more bodyguard
Yeah.
stuff along with us.
Okay, that's with the bodyguard rook. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Eli is a bodyguard rookie. They've
I
never
am.
done this before, and they're
Well-
trying to figure it out. They stepped in to volunteer because there was a position that unfortunately is vacant because Commander Stretch is still missing in action. And, you know, they're actually doing a pretty good job. They never let me go to the void alone, I can tell you that.
Nope. I'm always here. Always watching. Unless I'm
Yeah.
asleep, in which case, yeah. Um,
Yeah. Everyone's trying their best.
There are things that I've done to help keep the Warren safe. I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah,
Because-
let's not.
because
Let's have
it-
no more security leaks on streams or
Yeah.
news or anything like that,
Yeah.
please. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but,
Yeah, no.
but trust us, we have covered as much as we can. Duo is off on her day off, so I'm just kind of chilling, waiting.
Ooh, Icarus Got Flippers is gonna send you cookies and a little tuna sandwich. Press off.
Yes. See? Making friends on the internet.
Now I want
Nice.
Yeah.
much.
Have you tried asking the Kittering Garden about smaller trees? Smaller trees? Oh, am I missing
Smaller
something?
trees for. I feel like we're missing something. Yes.
Yeah.
Something about the willows, maybe? Hi. I get confused. Chat's so wild sometimes. Hello, where am I? What is happening?
Oh, that was to Egriff and Daz. Okay.
Yeah.
Your Excellency is doing a great job in the Kittering Garden, I think. They have
Oh yeah.
quite a crop that's growing in there, and they just finished setting up the pillars for their new greenhouse, and
Oh, they let me have a tiny little bit of plot for some special flowers.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
gardens
wrote a
look so
song
pretty.
for them. I should probably release that this week, huh?
Ooh, exciting.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that question wasn't
Yay!
addressed to us anyway. Okay. No worries.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Did we have more questions from Twitter? I know you mentioned we had a few.
Let me double check. I think that's it. I got a lot of nonsense posts.
Oh, okay.
So that's that. And then there's like ones about like, what is it like? But I feel like we do a good job of showing what the void is like just by sharing videos and that kind of thing. And kind of what we've done today, talking about it all. But yeah, the void is very different for each of us, and we kind of all contribute to the growing body of knowledge that's happening. Obviously at the moment we don't kind of release any formal publications because we're still learning, and research takes a long time to kind of do properly. We don't want to release misinformation.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I agree with you completely. We don't know enough yet ourselves to give any kind of definitive publication of any kind. So
no, science takes time and consensus and all of these other things that we don't have yet because there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
But we're trying. We're doing everything we can. I'm going through all the archives in Kittering at the moment, seeing if there's any references to the void and everything. And I'm sure people in other houses are doing the same.
Yes.
It's a long road to research, and we're kind of in this new world of responsibilities. Everyone has a lot on their plate, and obviously the void is one of our top priorities. So. Don't worry, we're on the case. And if you have any information about the void that you find in your libraries, send me a message on Twitter, and we can start a conversation. I'd be really thrilled to hear if you find anything.
That sounds like
I actually just found a really, really good question that Icarus asked.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it says, and I don't know if we've already answered this one before or not. So
we'll find out.
So would you consider it possible to both change your brain to be in the void and then change it back afterward when you're around us non-void people?
Oh, I answered that question while you were out, actually, even from my perspective. But if you have something to offer, go ahead. I basically said, it seems to be, in my case, no real difference than in function from being neurodiverse, and I wouldn't change that because I think it's an advantage in many situations. It can
Yeah,
be a
I'd agree
pain,
with
but
that.
it can, it also means that I can, keep track of multiple things at once. And that's been helpful. For example, right? I tend to be very creative. I think that's very helpful. I wouldn't change that for the world. So I don't know, Gala, if you had a different thought, then by all means go ahead. You didn't get a chance to answer it.
Honestly, no. I mean, that kind of borderlines on sort of for me when I just listening to that question, reading it, it kind of sounds like it's bordering on like dissociative identity disorder too,
Yeah,
which
we don't. Well,
yeah,
none of us at
Mm.
least have that. No.
not really. Or at least
Hmm.
I don't think. I mean, unless y'all are hiding another personality around that we can totally hang out with. Melody, are
Nope.
you hiding one?
No.
No, I'm just another cat. Who
Yeah, we
likes
should have a chat
snacks.
about that later, Gala. Anyway,
What?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
No, but no, it just
questions.
kind of
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
yeah, questions.
Yeah, all right. Oh, the
Mm.
potential for demon things in brains and whether it was a medical thing or a religious experience. Oh, okay, that's a good question. For me, it was very much like a religious experience. I wasn't sure how much of it was, I mean, people have pretty intense experiences sometimes with, mystical connections or, religious experiences that they find very difficult to describe. And yeah, for me that's basically what it was. I didn't know what was, and like with those things, right? You individually ask a person who's had a religious experience like that, okay, is it real? But the truth is the jury's out, right? You can believe it or not believe it, but nobody but you is going to know what your experience was, and you can't really describe it to anybody else. So yes, that was basically my initial experience. Now there's a bit more tangible. We're here, it's the void, it's dark, except for Eli and I, and yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a bit more physical reality stuff. I can't
Yeah.
argue with that.
Well, to kind of go with that as well, it's like the changing of the brain and stuff. It didn't really. I don't know. I've always had a darker sense of humor when I was since I've been a younger kid, which is when I started being able to conjure stuff made from the void. And so it was kind of like a little bit of a neat thing to just have something to talk to. Also, void jokes when you're like 5 is mind blowing
They're
because you don't
hilarious. They're
understand it.
hilarious.
You don't understand it at first, but then when you go back to it now, you're like, oh, oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
oh,
Uh.
uh
okay.
Oh.
That's a little strange, but haha, that's
Ooh,
funny too.
Icarus says, and take note, Sonny. Icarus says, when you say you're changing a brand around, is that something permanent or is it like a switch or something? Like sometimes we see a switch kind of thing with ECC and it's a bit freaky. I've noticed that too. That yeah, yeah, I'm a bit concerned about that,
ECC's a bit
right?
sussy. Just saying. A little
I've
bit.
had to
Yeah.
smack ECC to get ICC back into whatever is going on.
Oh, okay, that's something. Okay, that's going to lead to a whole different topic of conversation, and I would like to address it, but we can. It doesn't really have anything to do with the void, but we can talk about
No.
it. But
Yep.
but first, I wanted to bring this to Sunny's attention, and Icarus says, "I am beginning to see the whole voidsome stuffs." Icarus, you should talk to Sunny, and probably as soon as possible. Please come by the Warren so that Sunny can sit down with you and we can talk about that because
Yeah.
that could be trouble and we want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do not like it when people are like freaking out about things. We are here to help.
Mhm.
I know I sound seriously distracted, but that's just my ADHD acting up because I haven't had enough coffee.
Okay,
Ooh.
other stuff here. All right. Icarus is talking about stuff that is what I was referring to that, yes, I'd like to get into, but doesn't really have anything to do with the void. But first, Wolfkeeper says the void came after the Iron Tome changed hands. I don't know. It's hard to say. Um, Now, my first experience with the void that I remember happened sometime between the age of 8 and 10, and I had a very intense experience with it where I think I became void touched as I am now, about the age of 15 or 16, right?
Yeah,
So,
Icarus dropped me a note.
so obviously not in that respect, because the Iron Tome hadn't even resurfaced at that point, and we had no idea how things would unfold. I was a 16-year-old kid who wanted to be a writer. Toying with journalism. That's what I was doing then. None of this had happened. So obviously not. But
As
we do know that the Iron Tome can change time as well as space. We know that the pandemic existed before the First World War, and then after the First World War, after Coffee wrote in the Tome, we know that it didn't. And so I don't know. It's possible that it had something to do with it.
okay.
We also know that the void has existed for centuries. Well,
Yes,
at least as
that's
it
true.
appears
Yes.
now.
Okay.
With the shallows and like that whole history, but like the whole
the
Iron Tome situation was more when void touches started appearing again, right?
yeah.
Right.
As I describe it, the void as of now didn't exist. It didn't have quite so much sentience. It's not like you and me with free thought and brains.
Well, it was there when I was younger, so
True.
But
Yeah, when
it
I was
was
younger
there.
too.
It was there. It's just it didn't
It's
have quite as
different.
much.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Icarus, I see your comment about, so then there is a magical reason King Bob could have time traveled rocks at dinos. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. If time travel is possible with the tome and such, then there's proof. Okay, but then you've got the what is that movie that Tom Cruise was in, right?
Inception.
No, it's the one where they were prosecuting people for crimes they haven't committed yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What is that
is
called?
is it the one with the no emotion
Oh,
thing that they had?
Minority Report. That one?
Yeah.
That's the one. Okay, look, um, you cannot blame somebody for something that they haven't done yet, especially because it's possible they might still not do it. Because at this moment in time, the future, as we know it, is still malleable. We don't know what's going to happen, and many different decisions could be made that could lead to different paths. As this is kind of how the paths of possibility work. If you've ever heard about that, right? Every time a decision is made, a choice is made, different paths are created, and our reality we experience as we've gone down one of those paths, but there are several other options that could happen from that point, and we don't know which one we're going to take until we get there. So, and we can always change our mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? We can always change our mind. Looking ahead at these paths, we can go, yeah, it's like a really crappy place to go down. We're not going down that one, right? I mean, it's not always clear, but we can get an idea sometimes. It's what House Lappin calls Fiverr's insight, right? And so, yeah, I don't think it's fair to go, oh well, he could have at some point, so clearly I blame him for it. I think that's unreasonable, and I
It
don't think that
hasn't
constitutes proof.
it hasn't happened, so we're not judging.
Also, it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, low key.
Yeah.
I talked
Why
about
would
that on
he-
Meow News, but you know what I think about your argument, Icky. It's not for me. Yeah.
Has the swamp
And
ever had the tome? I don't know. Nobody knows.
No, not really.
Oh my
and
God.
Icarus, to your comment about the whole does anyone know the ECC guy and the whole deeply frighting smiles with the ICC and stuff, and then there were those Gala moments which were all honestly Gala kind of freaky. No offense, dude. I do not take offense at that. I am
understand it
aware
scared
that.
the crap out of everybody, including Gala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we really don't know what is going on because this is all new territory. The tome disappeared millennia ago, and we lost a lot of information. Centuries ago. Excuse me.
Also, I am aware that my presence is a little unsettling at times. So I do get that. That is a common thing.
We still love you.
I don't think you're
Yes.
unsettling.
That is true.
You are not
Well, of
unsettling
course
to
not.
us.
You've been around me for a bit now, but you put me out in a group full of strangers, they're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Icky,
How
whereabouts
do you
are
get
you in the
from
realm?
strangers?
Like, I'm going down to
Yeah.
the swamp. If you hopefully they'll let me in. But like, I know you've been saying some stuff about King Bob, and I'm sure King Bob would love to have a dialogue with you. Maybe, I mean, I can ask him. You know, we'll see. I don't know if they'll let me take pictures after the whole map incident at the Warren, but you never know.
Egriff has some
Egriff-
interesting comments here. I don't believe Avis has ever held the tome either, and has Melis had the tome before? Okay, so House
I
Lappet
do not know
believes.
about that.
Yeah, exactly, right. House Lappin believes that Avis has had the tome before because we have our whole Avisalia myth, right? So, and it is our understanding that the events that the myth grew out of, it's likely that it was Avis who held the tome, and it was Lappin who was the last to fall before the tome was acquired by Avis. But that's speculation, and we don't know it for sure. It's a myth, right? And we're trying to research the truth of the myth. As to whether or not Millie's had it, I gotta tell you honestly, records about who had what from the golden age of literamancy are spotty at best, and we don't know for sure a lot of what went on there. We have more family traditions and oral history than we do any actual documentable books or
I need to go through
acts.
the Melly's house history
Yeah.
at some point because just
I think it's
curious. I mean,
likely.
I think everybody
Yeah,
should.
it's probable everybody's had it at one point or another.
Yeah, I think that's likely. Yeah. So if the house existed before the First World War, then it's likely they've had it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much history out there, and we're just getting really, really started over in House Felis, kind of begging the Queen to let me start a research group so I can, claim it for some of my school credits.
Yeah, we're getting some of that audio interference.
Oh,
you were
no.
talking about.
Terrible.
Hello, Miss Miracle.
Is
Are
it
you
between
coming to
us, or is
investigate?
it just on the chat? Let me find out.
I don't know. It could just be. Are you guys hearing it in the stream? Is what I'm
Let
wondering.
me know what you think now. Is it better?
I'm not hearing anything.
That sounds better for me.
Oh, I don't hear anything either.
There it goes.
Okay, it was just because I was having some glitches with the name badges that I was trying to fix, and clearly I overfixed.
Whoops.
So we shall see. We'll keep having a play.
Hello, Miracle. Why are you in front of me?
I did invite the cats into the little bubble just so they could say hi.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They're just waving through the window.
Hello, cat.
But
Hi, Miracle.
yeah, research groups and histories and getting to know the house histories and all that is something that I'm super interested in. So you should all join my Discord, and we can talk house histories and share information and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Join your Discord.
All that jazz.
I share your interests,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. What was okay? So there was something else. Yes. The switch on and off thing with ECC. That was another subject. Okay, so it is my contention that the void is independent of the undead and has nothing to do with them.
Nope.
If anything, I think it's more likely that the undead might have something to do with the Iron Tome. We know that the first zombies appeared after the Iron Tome resurfaced. I mean, correlation is not causation.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot make that assumption. But if there is a connection with anything, that might be something we should look at, right? Okay,
Yes.
So from what I know, now keep in mind that it's well known that I have a lot of people in my life who have been undead at one point. my sons, my husband, my friends, right? They all tell me that for the most part, they remember it, but it's like it was a dream or it happened to someone else. And a lot of it tends to be flashes. I think there is something dissociative that does happen with having been undead. And I guess this is part of what I wanted to talk to you about, Gallo, when I was making that comment, right? And I think it's probably necessary. I mean, if you remember anything about having been undead, okay, not to put too fine a point on it, I hate reminding her about it. I know she's in the chat, but Queen Siobhan ate my babies, right? I think in order to live with something like that, you kind of have to dissociate. And the truth is, I don't think that it's exactly when people become undead, something happens. Maybe their soul leaves their body for a time. Maybe they manifest a different personality. I don't really think it's them per se. If it is them per se, then I think it's more like, okay, when diabetics are having a blood sugar crash, they can be aggressive and violent. When people with, say, bipolar disorder are not taking their medications, then they can be psychotically manic and whatnot. And yeah, so they're either not actually the people that we know, or they are the people that we know, but they're ill. And you can't blame that on them, because we have no medication that will keep being a zombie away. We just have to learn to figure out a way to live with it.
Hey, Chris, did you not know that one of Sable's titles is Mother of Bunnies for a good reason?
Yeah.
She's Mother of Forgelings.
That would actually be the Mother of Badgers.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be the Badgers. But she was one of her.
That was a whole thing.
One of her.
It's a whole thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't talk about it much, but in the First World War, I just had a new litter, and when the war was overrun, I lost them all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm seeing a therapist about that, about a lot of other things too. But yeah, it's hard for me to talk about it. And no, I don't talk about it much. No, I don't.
Fine, Icarus.
Reason.
We can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, it's a sore subject. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It's
sore subject for everybody.
It is hard.
So,
because
what's the deal with airline food, huh?
You've been on an airplane?
Yes.
Me?
I've never been on an airplane.
Not yet.
When
time.
am I going on an airplane? You're taking me somewhere. Are we going on holiday?
No, I'm not taking you anywhere.
Oh.
I'm taking me somewhere.
Where are you going? Can I come?
Places.
Okay, what kind of places are we going? Are we going somewhere tropical? Are we going to visit the beaches in my chai?
I know.
I'm going places for stuff and things to have
Yep.
doodly boo bads. Get hoobity goo booed with the ooga choogas.
Thank you, Icarus. I do see my therapist weekly, and I do try to incorporate your advice. And thank you for your kind thoughts. Yeah.
My hand's been trapped. Melody, your Philia spy has trapped my hand. She is napping on my hand.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes. We claim all sovereign rights to hands when on tables to nap on.
All sovereign rights.
Yeah. So
it's
sorry.
the hand that was.
Sorry, that's not how I play at my house. You stay off the table.
No, we
Miracle gives exactly 0 S. And we all know
this. We
this.
are the best emotional support creatures. We just come and we just loaf on you and make everything better. You know?
Unless you're Selema.
Do a good job of that, except for she's like teenage angst in a cat. That's what she is. Yes. Yeah. Oh,
that-
wouldn't that be nice? Preventative zombie medicine. Oh God, Zelahura, please grant this wish. Yes, Frith help us.
Yes, please.
Are you
I
talking about
don't.
like bug spray for the undead?
More like you take a pill and then you're immune. That would be really really cool.
But like, if we released a vaccine to like zombieism, I don't know if everyone would like take it. To be honest,
We could call it zombie no-goes.
I feel like we'd only get like we wouldn't get that big of an uptake unless like we like campaigned the absolute like butt out of it and got everyone really involved. And even then, there'd be people being like, "Oh, these litromancers and they're not healers. What do they know?" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but then
You know?
if we release zombie no-goes, then like everybody will be able to prevent themselves from being infected. Therefore, the undead is just a minor inconvenience that's in your way of getting your groceries.
Yeah. Or there's like those like anti-mouse things where it's like a thing that you like just plug into the wall and it releases like sonic waves or something. We could do that but with zombies and it just makes a zombie head
This
explode.
sounds like a portable Purry Allen, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, we could just. What about if we just tell Perry Allen to get rid of all the zombies? And they do. There we go.
Purry Allen, run really, 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 really fast and erase all the zombies from the existence of time, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Perry can do that. Perry can do anything, honestly. Perry
Perry
gets
can do
faster
it.
with the number of people that believe in them. It's kind of like fairies. But Perry.
Egriff, okay, actually, I do know the answer to that one. Egriff asks, don't vaccines include some aspect of the disease within them? Okay, so I am a science fiction, fantasy, and science fantasy writer, so I actually do know about this. Okay, so there's two different ways to make vaccines. Some of them do include a very minor amount or a deactivated amount of the original virus. The other ones contain the enzymes or antibodies that are formed by the body when the virus is successfully destroyed by your immune system. So not necessarily, but sometimes they can. And when they do, the idea is introducing a small amount of the virus or a deactivated amount of the virus activates your body's immune response without actually giving you the illness. And therefore, it gets your immune system working and it kills the virus without you ever getting the disease.
Yeah.
Is it possible to do that with zombies? Well, we don't even know if it's a virus. We don't know what causes it exactly. And I'm certain there is a magical element, so probably it would have to be a magical vaccine, and I don't know how that would work.
We should get a wizard on it.
I've got a magical pepper
wizard
spray if
will
a
do
zombie
it.
comes near me again.
Honestly, wizards are amazing in the modern age. Absolute magicians.
A wizard shall do it.
Yeah. We just need more wizards in the world, and we will solve all the problems, and then we'll all live in peace and harmony, and everything will be amazing, and I will eat many sardines and never have to go to school again. Yes.
Melody, we're about to run on some sardine shortages if you keep eating all of the sardines.
No.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It'll be fine. I will make a pact with Coffee Quills. I will forgive the GoPros if I get sardines.
Melody.
Yeah.
Shortage
No.
of
No, that doesn't make sense. Sorry.
sardines.
Sorry, not allowed.
Unless the cosmic kraken can somehow spawn sardines everywhere.
I could just ask the Iron Tome very nicely. Sometimes, you know.
You're gonna ask the Iron Tome
Just ask
very
them.
nicely.
I won't even write the Iron Tome. I'll just ask it, and you never know. It's magic.
No, nobody is talking to that book about anything.
But like, it's just a book. I could just say, "Hello, Mr. Tome. How are you doing?
No,
give me sardines, please."
Hello,
He
Mr.
won't even let
Tome.
me filk in the Iron Tome. It's rude.
Nope.
No. Leave the Iron Tome alone. I will give you a bath if you try.
Maybe I just want friends.
Write me a story. Bum 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 bum. Nope. Never mind.
Melody.
Yeah.
We love you.
I love sardines.
Weird.
But
Oh, here we go. Sorry,
How
guys.
does
Okay,
one-
keep the filking out of the chat, right? We don't.
Okay, Icarus says, how does one potentially maybe have a few minutes alone with said book? You will never have a few minutes alone with said book because that book should not be alone with people more than a certain amount of hours because it's absolutely terrible
Yeah,
and
if
no
you
good and
su-
it causes family
Yeah.
torment just like war. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Icarus,
Yeah.
I hate
The
to
only
say it,
people.
if you got near that book, you'd probably end up by
Please just
somebody.
stay away from the Iron Tome, guys. I don't
Yeah.
want the Iron Tome, but somebody has to watch it because it's freaking dangerous.
Mhm.
You know,
Ha ha ha.
just stay away from the Iron Tome. It's not worth it.
No.
No, it really isn't.
Okay.
She will have sardines. She just gotta go on a bit of a hiatus right this moment.
She's gotta get a sardine farm
I
going.
am not going cold turkey on sardines ever. One
Can I
sardine
suggest you
away
start-
Yeah,
keeps
well-
the
Can't
undead
blame
away.
you.
Then Melody,
I'm
you should
just
open up a
saying
sardine
if there's a shortage
farm
in
and
September,
cultivate
we
'em.
know what's caused the undead horde. You know. If
You
it's in
should,
October, I mean, I remember the months of the year. Yes.
Melody,
Which is-
I
No.
find a nice little spot in the ocean and start yourself a sardine farm, okay?
Okay.
That's
I'll
what you're gonna have to do.
I'll
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
the ocelots.
Cultivate the sardines.
How do you
Make
feel
some
about
money.
tuna?
Idea what's causing the ketchup shortage, by the way?
Not me.
I don't know.
What?
That's a good question. I don't think it has
We have
anything to
two
do with the
reporters in the
sardines.
chat. Do you guys know what's causing the ketchup shortage?
I didn't even know there was a ketchup shortage.
Yeah, it's real bad.
No, me neither.
It's real bad.
That's how
I
much I
don't use
don't
ketchup.
use ketchup.
There's like people at
Yeah,
the supermarket on like, Monday mornings and they're there at like 6 a.m. just to buy ketchup. It's
That's
What?
super weird.
What?
It's strange.
I don't even like ketchup.
I like ketchup. I like ketchup just fine. It's veggies and it's sweet. Why wouldn't I like it? Of course.
I like ketchup
Veggies
with
and
my
it's
like
sweet.
chicken nuggets, but
Well,
I-
okay,
I-
technically it was a fruit, but you get the idea.
Atoru, if you end up running out of ketchup, don't worry. House Felis has like one of those like big catering ketchup pumpy things. I don't know. You press the pump at the top and ketchup squirts out. It's great. We have like 3 of them. So if you need ketchup for your children, I'm assuming they're dragons. I've never met them.
Okay.
But you can get some
Assuming they're
ketchup. It's fine. Well, if they're dragons, they need a lot of ketchup. Whereas if they're just a little kitty, then you don't need to give them as much ketchup. Depends.
Just
Basil.
don't like ketchup.
Oh my
It
gosh.
tastes-
House
tastes nasty.
Verdant. Yes.
Ah, there
Yes.
we go. That's how we address the problem.
Stonks.
Aha.
Okay, there we go.
Greenhouse
Yeah.
got to be just right for growing more tomatoes.
If anyone wants to help with the greenhouse, they're still looking for more recruits to help them move all the big heavy bits and pieces.
Yes.
Yes.
I will have to talk to them, to Basil and them later off for my services. I
Well,
can at
these are
least
baby
help.
dragons, Icarus. These are baby dragons.
No baby.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
you said-
what about for like a Toru full dragon?
I don't know. A Toru probably eats just regular sized potato fries.
Yeah, but they're like so small for claws.
Maybe
Well-
maybe you do the thing where you get
Right.
get a bunch of potatoes, you mash them up, and then you shape them into a chip, or
Oh, that
fry,
could be-
or whatever
For a
you call it.
Toru, but from what
Hash
I've
brown.
observed, the more time that they spend in their actual dragon form, the more their appetite is draconic, and they tend to spend a lot of time in human form because dragon form tends to freak people out. So
I mean,
Yeah.
valid. Yeah.
But dragons don't eat
Woo!
chips. What do dragons eat?
Hey, dragons would absolutely eat chips. I should know. I've written about several dragons eating chips.
a Toru eats chips. I've seen her do it.
Now I want fries.
I'm just
Me
thinking
too.
about
See,
that.
no. to me,
here's
damn
a
it.
thought. Maybe a Toru can just bake the entire potato, like for dragon form. When they just bake the entire potato, dip the entire potato, or maybe stuff the entire potato, for all I care, and then just
a
eat it
Toru-
that way.
Do you want to
A
go?
Toru usually takes a very small bunny dragon form.
Yeah, and
It's
I've
very
seen that
cute.
a lot too. It really is actually very.
It's
I'm
very
kind of a bit
adorable.
envious actually. It's very cute. It has wings.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Wings. Wings are cool.
I'm jealous. I want wings.
I also want wings.
Fortunately, I
Although-
can't have wings. It goes against everything else that I've got going on.
Yeah, I don't think wings and fire is necessarily a good idea, so it's
Oh.
probably better
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't.
not.
Probably conjure up wings for me if I really, really tried hard enough. That, or I could just like get Boodles and be like, "Hey man, do you want to get big and swole?" And he'd be like, "Yeah man, let's totally get big and swole." And then he gets big and swole, and then he carries me everywhere.
Ooh,
That would
hacks.
be great.
It's like fun, actually.
Yeah, it does.
See, there's some benefits.
Who is Boodles?
Probably
Messenger
Boodles is
gets
strong.
amazing.
drunk.
Boodles.
Boodles is
Boodles
Boodles
is
is one
one
of
of
my
the demons.
demons.
yes, Boodles is one of the demons. He's actually pretty chill once you get past the doom and gloom.
Oh, but he is so sassy. I swear there are some times I just want to boop
Ooh,
him in the beak.
Mm-hmm.
As you
the
go,
Sassiest
sass
Boodles.
demon.
on that one.
Okay, Boodles and I did not get off to a very good start because A,
No.
he's a demon, and B, when I first met him, he
You
was
trapped him in
sending
a
a message.
box.
Well, he was sending a message for Gala, and I knew that House Millies had just fallen to the Horde, and I knew, so I was, and this was after the news broadcast, so I knew that Gala had been taken, so I couldn't trust him. So yes, I put him in a box.
Didn't he have
Um,
Jean's foot?
no, that's a whole different. You did not kill Boodles. You cannot kill Boodles by stepping on him, but you cause him a great deal of pain. Look, Boodles
Yeah.
actually is responsible for helping to save Gala's life. I
Yep.
owe a great deal to that little demon, and he's actually pretty cool once you get to know him. Among the demons and other creatures that Gala summons, he's the one who's probably spent the most time in the realm as we know it. And since he's out of the place where everybody is murdering each other all the time just to survive due to a deficient amount of resources, which is what the pit basically is, um, he's pretty cool. He can be a little violent, but so can anybody who's been through a traumatic experience. And I like him a lot. And he
Nice.
looks a little weird, right? He kind of reminds me of that what was that series that was really popular a few years ago? It had a three-eyed raven in it. You
Oh
know the one
shoot,
I'm
what
talking
was
about.
Uh,
that? Yeah, what was it called?
Don't know.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of that. That's kind of what he looks like. He takes a little adjusting to get used to because you're expecting a bird, and he kind of looks like a corvid, right? But then you're like, something's not right, and it's not just the three eyes, but I mean, like he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's pretty
Boodles
neat.
is
yep.
cool.
Boodles pretty
Oh,
chill.
I think I remember. I think I remember the series. You mean Activities of Seats?
That's
Ah.
the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Yeah.
How's Mr. Skitters doing, by the way? I haven't heard about Mr. Skitters in a while.
Yeah,
Mr.
he's been
Skitters
around
is
a bit.
fine.
He's fine? Okay,
He's
that's
been
good.
chilling.
Okay.
I always try to keep him around, but I didn't this time, unless he's hiding around here somewhere.
No, you get Mr.
If you see a
Skitters.
snake with several tails, that's mine.
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Looking
Me
Boodles
for
and
any
does not like
questions.
spiders.
yep. Me and Mr. Skitters. We chill sometimes. If I have to visit Gala anywhere but the void.
Well, and then there's Naxitrine too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, let's get into the conversation about all my conjurations. Let's go. I'm ready. All right.
And what's her
Naxitrine.
face? What's her face? The almost a cat one?
Oh, Selema?
Yeah, Selema, that's it.
Yeah. She's one of the newer conjurations to be let out.
I'll have a
So,
cat scratching post set
there's
out for
that.
her somewhere.
Naxitrine kind of like resembles a multi-tailed scorpion in a way.
Oh.
It's really cool. I don't know if I mean I know you guys have met Naxitrine, but like the chats and such, they've pretty much never seen.
Yeah, they're not quite ready to
Mr.
come and
Train
join
is
us up in the tourney grounds and all that just yet. So who knows?
Mr.
Maybe in
Train
the
is
future.
very shy from what I've seen. But then again, I've been kind of busy doing research things, so I haven't really had the time to get to know her.
Oh no, you're talking about the Watcher, Daz.
Oh yeah.
You're not talking about Boodles. Boodles didn't record things. Boodles was a messenger. He delivered messages. The Watcher, on the other hand, that thing liked to watch.
The Watcher watches. Write it down, Icarus. You might forget. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I
had
saw
a
the
thought.
opportunity. I had
Yeah.
to.
It's none of the demons. We know that much. They leave very specific.
They have
Icarus,
roles. They
it's
have
not
roles.
a giant scorpion thing. It's a small
Very
scorpion thing.
Yeah.
Very small.
Like a normal sized scorpion, but with multiple tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't remember
she-
how many, but
Like
And yeah, the
she can
inference.
fit in your hand.
Yeah, the inference there, Icarus, with the whole, and you guys are all just casual about this. Yeah, actually, I did say that there is some mind-bending weirdness in here. You kind of become accustomed to things that look a little odd, honestly. You really
yeah,
do.
you do.
And here's
You do.
here's the fun thing too about like Mr. Skitters and such, because like yeah, he looks like a snake with, you know, those multiple tails and such, but like the reason I call them Mr. Skitters is because if you actually pay attention and you listen to him while he's trying to slither about, there's a little bit of metallic clinking to it. It's cool. He's got little metal nubs underneath his many tails, and that's how he gets around about. And it kind of he moves it like a slither. It's really cool. I liked watching him move.
Yeah, Mr.
Well,
Skitters is pretty cool.
we're working on it, Egriff.
I'm not fond of the Watcher myself. I think that
No.
yeah.
We're working
Well,
on it. Okay, I promise we're working on it.
I
But this
only
is
allow. I mean, I offered for the Watchers to have these things recorded because future, you know, need them for backup information to go back on and such. And so, if you want them to
Yeah.
stop recording, I can tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, the
We
Watcher,
didn't
you
say
get
that on
you
this
get used
channel,
to it.
by the way.
Hmm?
Oh,
What?
I didn't think about that. Whoops.
What?
Flub
I've
a
been
double
trying
off.
very hard to be careful about the F-bombs because I wasn't sure what the like is
Oh,
there a
ratings
yeah.
is.
channel?
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I said flock
I
off,
did.
obviously.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Okay, okay.
Obviously.
Talking about the Avis, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, flock off.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I need 2 seconds,
Thank you.
and I need to go get
My water.
some
There's
more
my water.
actual coffee because I'm starting to flag again.
Yeah, we've been up for quite a while now. Look at us go.
Just put the pot back
Hey,
when you
Griff,
go.
no. I didn't
Thanks.
tell them to watch you guys. I just have them record messages for me.
I will be back.
To be fair, I'm really glad that they recorded what happened with House Millies, or we would not have known.
Yeah, that's true. And we would have been very worried.
Oh, it didn't help my worry any, Eli. Not one darn bit. But at least we knew, and that at least
Yeah.
gives, it's better than not knowing, right?
Yeah, it is better than not knowing.
And hello there, Misa. Welcome in.
The Kata! Welcome, my queen! Welcome, I'm glad you could join
Hey,
us.
Queen Misa.
Welcome. We've just been
It's
doing
good to see you. How are you?
we've been doing all the Q&As and all that stuff, and now we're just kind of chattering away.
Yeah.
Yes, if there are any other questions, don't hesitate to ask them,
Yes,
by the way.
please ask.
Yeah.
Ask us.
We love questions.
Anything we can do to help
Yes.
clarify situations and make you all feel more at ease and all that, we will endeavour to do our best.
Yes.
Yeah. I have graced you all with my perfect presence. Yes, you have. Thank you. I hope the big writing challenge thingy went well. That was happening today. Many words happening, all that stuff. Yeah.
There was a writing challenge thingy.
Yeah, they're doing like 100 hours of like writing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, it's all over Twitter.
That writing thingy.
Yeah. That writing thingy. Lots of things
We're
happening.
we're good, Misa. We have what are those things called? Cream puffs, and we have pickles, and we have void coffee, and yes.
Oh, I need to save some of the pickles to send to Icky, and then I'm gonna get cookies in return. Hee. Yes.
Should we send Icky some void nip or no?
No,
maybe
no,
not.
no, no, no,
No,
No.
no,
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 no.
no. Let's not.
Queen Misa, you were always welcome to have some void nip, though. Of course, my liege.
Yes, yes.
Listen, no, there's a shoot.
He's void nip. We cannot deny the cats their void nip. I'm sorry. They must.
I mean, I get it, but Misa, there's a back room that you can totally go to do that. By the way.
I did not understand that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Precisely.
This is a message just for Misa out there. Nothing's happening. Will Fletcher's left, right? Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah.
Well, Fletcher's left.
Question: what is void nip? Void nip is
nip.
It's catnip that has been in the void a little bit.
And in the void.
And it just has a different vibe to it, you know? Gives you a whole different experience.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's a very good painkiller, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, we love. Yeah, Icky may be avoiding some questions. But yeah, Atoru is a 401, which is really cool because Atoru would have been a little baby back when like, you know, I was around for the first time. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So you would have grown up, or you would have grew up with
Yeah,
Atoru?
I could have grown up with Atoru, but, you know, they were like 1 when I was yeeted to the void, so, yeah. Yeah.
just had hatched when you went nap.
Nap.
400-year nap.
400-year nap.
No 400-year nap.
Honestly,
I
it
want a
didn't help my
400-year nap.
energy. It didn't help my energy levels that much. I'm still tired. Naps are the best. Honestly, naps.
Yeah, no, you
house
think that
are.
you'd be up? You think you'd be up for like double the time? 800-year activity time.
800-year consciousness sounds bad.
Yeah, that
800-year
doesn't sound
consciousness.
appealing.
We're doing a nap off in House Felis for the tourney, just an internal event. It's gonna be lots of fun. I'm pretty sure.
How do you measure that?
What do you mean? How do you measure that?
If everybody's taking a nap, how do you know who won?
You're like the first person who wakes up, then becomes like the ref. You know? Cats are honest creatures. We wouldn't lie. We
I
wouldn't.
don't know, Icarus. How old are you?
Oh, Icky. Yeah.
Oh, Icky.
Yeah, we're doing some triathlon events. It's very exciting, because we have House Felis, House Verdant, and House Ocelot all together. We have one of us each doing one of the events. So House Felis is doing the running because the idea of telling Puri Ellen that they can't run, you don't want to do that. And then we also have House Ocelot doing the swimming because, pirates. And House Verdant's doing the cycling. But Basil's still trying to fix their bike at the moment, so we'll see if we actually get around to participating in that event. Who knows? Yeah. And Icarus doesn't know how old they are.
That's concerning.
That's concerning. Yeah. Good luck with that, Icarus.
Quick, Icarus, what was the last year you remember?
2021.
There you go. Now just subtract it from the current year, and that's how old you are.
No.
No, that's not how that works, actually.
No.
Remember the whole wibbly wobbly timey-wimey thing?
Yeah.
Precisely, that's how it happens.
No.
You mean the first year that you remember? Because that's different. The last year that I remember was 2021, or arguably 2022, but
The past is
We're already in
the
2075.
past. Yeah. Time just be like that. We're all good.
yeah.
How can somebody call a platypus a duck? I mean, I know it's got some duck-like features, like the bill, but that's about it.
Because
I guess arguably the hind feet, but
well,
little
originally,
bit.
when the platypus was first found, everybody who saw the taxidermied version thought the guy had sent them a conglomerate of animals.
Huh.
They weren't really
Platypuses are
real.
cute. I'm sorry. Have you seen the videos of them on YouTube? They're the best.
Don't they classify as mammals? I'm sure they do, don't they?
They do.
Platypus-
They
Yeah.
do.
Well, we got this whole mammal alliance thing going on right now. You'd be quite welcome to be part of it, Icarus. Like,
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Like, I don't know. I think platypuses are kind of cool. You get the best of a couple of different worlds there. I wasn't
24
too sure
years young.
what to make about being a bunny at first. I have to tell you honestly. Right? I was all like, well, okay, well, the dinos, they get all this combat prowess, right? And the kitties have claws, and the badgers are just tough. And, I'm like, okay, I'm a rabbit.
Mm-hmm. You're very
Yeah.
cute. You know?
Yeah.
You can just murder them with cuteness. Ta-da! Strategy.
See, I underestimated rabbits, right? Like I didn't know about rabbits like I do now. And rabbits are pretty awesome, right? We
They can be
run
vicious.
and we dig, and if you've ever been scratched or bitten by a rabbit, you know perfectly well
Ooh,
that those
yeah.
teeth aren't just decorative. And yeah, we do all right. And besides, right, we have this whole history of trickster spirits in our, legends and our ancestry for a reason, right? And I can, so I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is it took me a while to get comfortable with it because people were all like, you're just a bunny, and we always get underestimated. But let them underestimate me. That's to their peril.
And as the queen
what I've
says,
not
you do go
seen?
zoom zoom. You do go zoom zoom.
We
Zoom,
do
zoom, zoom,
indeed go
zoom.
zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom,
I
zoom,
don't
zoom,
Have
see
you
zoom.
a
ever-
whole lot.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to limit or classify their Icarus. If you reject labels, I'm cool with that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, I got nothing against platypuses. They're cool for their own reasons, like every
Yeah.
animal. They're awesome.
Platypi
You
is
came from an egg.
Yeah, eggs are cool. Yeah,
Egg,
platypuses
egg.
lay eggs. It's cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I
neat.
think they're
You
fascinating.
can also
That's what
like
I think.
sense
Yeah,
people
that's
via
fair.
electrical waves and such too.
Oh,
Yeah, and don't you
wow.
have like poisonous
I didn't know
barbs on
that.
your
That's
feet?
neat.
That's
Yeah, their bills, they have special sensors. No, special sensors that
Yeah,
allow
that
them
one.
to be able to sense like every time that you move a muscle, it generates a little bit of electricity,
Oh.
Right?
and so they can sense bioelectricity essentially.
Don't
Oh
the
wow,
Mel
that is neat. That is
Icarus,
as
you
cool
can.
as
You're
the
welcome to join
location.
House Fearless. Just saying.
Yep,
Yeah,
that.
they
yeah.
close their eyes in the waters and get their prey via that way.
yeah,
Don't
and they
the
also
Mel
have they also
Yeah,
have poison
griffins.
barbs on their feet. Their
Mhm.
hind feet.
the
That's
I
true
believe.
as
Mel
well.
do, if I remember right.
You should have been there for the war. Could have helped. Just saying.
I think he was probably still trying to come to
Well,
terms
maybe
with the new world.
new to the powers and stuff.
Mm.
I mean, like new
Yeah.
littermancers are emerging all the time as the age of littermancy continues to expand. So that's fair, right?
Yeah.
No
Actually,
judgment.
like,
I'm sorry
I
I
just
said
realized-
anything like that. Actually,
Yeah, the hair
Oh,
will grow
poor
back
Lou.
blue.
Seriously,
Lou.
Icarus, drop me a note somewhere. I found a lot of places. We'll
Oh,
talk, okay?
Hmm.
Seriously, we'll talk. We'll help you. Don't worry.
yeah. Avian mammals. That's neat. Yeah, I suppose griffins would be avian mammals, wouldn't they?
Hmm.
I think griffins are pretty cool too. Actually, you get to fly and you get all the cuddly mammal stuff. I mean, come on.
Oh dear.
Get a little jealous there.
Yeah, we're not calling you duck. Don't worry. We're not.
No, we're not calling
We're
you a
not
duck.
calling
Where's
you
the
a
duck?
duck.
Mm-mm. No way.
I never said that once.
Nope.
I didn't even make that comparison. Nothing in common at all. Wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Just see if there's any questions.
Gotta
left
admit,
for
our
the
bills are a
voiders.
bit peculiar.
Hmm.
Are you talking to yourself?
I
Well,
don't know if there's any more questions.
I'm looking for some
Yeah,
more
are there-
questions for the voiders. I don't think so. I think we've done a pretty good job, team.
Well,
Of-
what does the voiders want to ask each other? We could do a
Ooh,
little
ooh.
AMA on ourselves.
Ooh.
We could.
Oh,
Ask Voiders anything. AVA. Ava.
excuse me.
Okay.
Word of warning. I think a migraine's trying to come on.
No.
Oh
No.
no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all the dark and then all the contrast with Eli and I, isn't it? I apologize.
Yeah,
For that.
sorry about that.
It's all good. It's
I
light sensitivity
tried
kind of
pro-
sucks when you're
I try to provide you some
siblings.
shadows from them, but I mean,
Light
you try getting in
sensitivity.
front of
Can I actually, you know what, here, Gala, I don't know, can you move in front of me maybe in between? Or is
I
that,
was thinking maybe. Excuse me,
Maybe?
I'm a
she's not like looking
could I-
directly
could I
at me?
possibly-
And of course, we'd have to move everything around on the display too.
Yeah.
And,
maybe not.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we should just think about.
I'll be good. I'm trying not to look straight at you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
It's easier on
Okay.
Sunny in the
Okay.
realm because everything is about the same level of brightness, but the contrast
excuse me.
is. Okay, yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
yeah,
please
yeah.
get your ass out of my face?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gala.
Could you possibly maybe not put your nose on my ass?
I can't. There's the
Could you
stuff's
just-
behind me here. I can't move any farther.
just,
The camera's over there.
Fudge.
Sable, can you
You know,
float?
I could just like float. I could float. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll float
I could
upside
float
down.
too,
Let's go with
actually.
that.
You know what?
I'll.
Why
You
don't
know
we
what?
move me
I'll
above Sunny,
float.
and then I'm
Yeah.
not directly shining in her eyes. At least that might.
Gala, why are
And
you
then-
upside down?
And then I can be upside down and yeah, there we go.
Well, it's not
I'll
like
float
there's
right
actual
here.
gravity here, right? So
I'll just
Yeah,
be right
that's
here.
true.
We'll be fine. I'll just drink my void coffee, answer questions. Everything will be fine. We're good.
Yeah, come over here, Sable. You're better
yeah,
over here.
Yeah,
There we go.
there
Oh wait, that light just magnified here. Oh fudge.
All right, there we go. That's
All right, there we go. Are we good now?
Choke on my coffee. Yes, thank
Oh
you.
no, we're not done. Okay, Mom, where are you going?
Come and
don't
hang out
know.
with me, I guess. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Tight
There.
area
There's
is
all this camera equipment around here. It's
Melody.
hard to move around. You know?
Melody, you could fit in that center space too. You could fit right there, and then we could just
I'm the
everything
star of
would
the
be fine.
show.
Gravity is a fickle thing in the void.
It's subjective.
Yes.
Usually, you decide which area is down, and then that's down.
Yeah.
That's generally how that works. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
kind of
we
like
have a-
D&D's plane of air, the elemental plane of air, where you just
Yeah, a
gotta
little bit.
Yeah, or like
Tell.
the astral plane in D&D.
I can
Yeah,
now look
that's
at my
true.
I can now look at my siblings without going blind. Light sensitivity sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have thought of that. You know.
It's all
Ceiling.
good.
I
I'll
might
admit,
go
looking
upside
up,
down too, hang
kinda
out
nice.
with Gala on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's a nice decoration.
Okay.
To the
Just wanna
frame.
put up
It helps
down
frame
and
us.
down up.
All
Yeah.
right.
Now,
So
if you
I'm sure we
excuse me,
all
I shall sit and meditate.
I'm
Go
sure
get
we've
your,
all heard about me talking about the past, right?
go get your,
Yes.
Anyone remember that really old pre-war movie called The Labyrinth?
go get your.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you know where that scene where
Yeah.
Sarah's running around those
Yeah.
yeah, where Sarah's running around the stairs. The paths are a lot like that. It is what you believe it to be. And
Yeah,
why are
you know, a
looking
lot
at
of
me?
reality seems to be subjective here. Like that is something we haven't addressed yet. I know that Sunny has said that she perceives the paths as these ever entwined different shades of gray and whatnot that kind of wind in and out of each other. I don't see it that way. I see them as
Oh.
like if somebody scattered stardust on a trail through the woods and it was nighttime, that's how I see them. Right? They're like trails of starlight. And I'm sure everybody else sees them in slightly different ways. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. That's something I have been
No.
meaning to ask you about, actually.
The
No,
void
I
is what you
see
perceive
them-
it to be.
Yeah, I perceive the paths as kind of like rock almost. Like, okay, so dirt is basically just really tiny little rocks, right? So the paths of possibility, I view them kind of like sand. And then the the present paths of possibility is like sand that's crystallizing into rock, and then the past paths of possibility are like just stone.
No,
Never
that's
had
not
used
how
them.
you work.
I imagine the path of possibility. You know that video game Mario Kart where you have the racing cars and you're going down the
Oh
tracks.
yeah.
Yeah, there's this one level called Rainbow Road where like the floor is
Oh,
made
right,
of
right.
rainbows.
Oh, neat.
I see it like that. And then there's no bars, so then if you're not careful, you fall off the edge and you end up going to the ass, which isn't fun, and takes a really long time to float back up. But Rainbow Road,
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
muted, like
Cool.
not
go
as
under
vibrant.
there.
And there's no music, which sucks. There should be music.
What
No,
about you,
yeah.
Gala? How do you perceive them?
I perceive them as
I don't think he's ever really thought about this.
No.
I mean, I perceive them weirdly.
Hard to
They don't
describe, I
actually
guess.
look like
It's kind of like
Yeah,
everything
they
in the
don't.
void.
Okay, I know that and I get that.
In the void, you
It just-
drink tea and you're drinking it weirdly, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're drinking
well.
it upside down right now. I'm still not sure how that's working, but
Magic.
okay.
The wizard did it.
It's like
It
being on a
works because
space
he thinks
station,
it does.
Eli. Relax.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Artemis. I'm
I
being
don't know. I
freaked
just
out.
kind of visualize them as the way that my brain likes to write a lot, which is just a lot of cosmic horror stuff. I envision several
Like mouths and body horror and stuff? Or more like black
eyes,
holes? Or
just kind of along the lines of like meat tubes, essentially.
that
Oh,
sounds
right, the toilet
horrific.
diagram.
Okay.
It is.
I'll well, I guess it's good for your genre, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's really weird sometimes because it's like I know that you guys can't see it, but when I see it, it's like this. It's weird because the eyes will just start following you guys.
Weird vibes.
You
are-
probably see a different layer. I want to say of the void. It's not like the layers that we know of. It's perception layer.
Okay,
I
so
guess.
let me in what is it? Okay, so the Honorverse novels, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with, David Weber. It's a space opera. Okay, how their ships hold space, so to speak. They use wormholes to navigate, and they have to attune to different levels of wavelength, sort of within those wormholes. Are you saying it's something like that? We're attuned to different wavelengths.
Hmm. More than likely. Mind you, I'm still learning myself. I know a lot, but I'm still learning. I'm
Right.
historian and caretaker, but there's a lot here. Okay, think of the void as the biggest, most disorganized library in the world.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually.
And I'm very slowly parsing out what needs to go where and how.
That's a weird
So,
library. I don't want to see that.
like, Sable sees the past as... I lost that thought.
Yeah, Trails of
Say-
Starlight.
Oh.
I see the past as Trails of Starlight.
Because, and Sable's connected to the firmament. That's her section. Eli here sees them as grains of sands or various styles of dirt. So I'm guessing Eli sees the parts that make up those paths.
And then there's me and my meat tube.
Yeah, and like
Only you.
Only me.
Melody sees it as a muted rainbow bridge.
Rainbow bridge, rainbow bridge, rainbow bridge.
So she's probably seeing all the energy, or at least part of the energy.
Go-
You know what? I wonder if that's where the idea of the Bifrost came from.
Oh, that could be.
The
Maybe.
Bifrost Bridge.
Are
Or the Bifrost Bridge, depending on, I don't know, I've heard both translations. I don't know which is more accurate. People who study Norse mythology in a lot more detail than I do get into arguments over the pronunciation. So pick your
Yes,
of
favorite.
very much
everything,
You know what I'm
pretty
talking
much.
about.
Yeah.
It's always fun to listen to them argue. I'm
Just
sorry
pick
to
one,
say,
call
but
it good.
it's layers of perception.
Gotcha. Okay. So yes, basically, the bet. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be familiar with the book. Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Yep.
No, cool. All right.
So hey, we're learning something new every day. I want to write that down.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to make note of that for sure. Put that in our notes.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to tell you if there's something really weird crawling on your shoulder.
Okay, so did it? The captain of the Raptor squad is asking us. Great, reality is subjective. Does this mean that a voider imagined an evil nuggie and poof, it became real?
No.
Oh,
I doubt it, but it is possible in some layers of the void. That is kind of how it works. What you imagine takes form. There are places in the firmament that are like that. It was bloody terrifying until I figured it out. So that's part of like the, some of this is like really scary stuff. That was one of the really scary things. So maybe, but I doubt it. Right?
as far as we understand, and from what we can gather, from the demons that have talked to Gala, the nuggies fell from the shallows because they were forgotten, and then they bypassed a bunch of layers. I found a lot of them, but a lot of them did fall down to the nether layers, and the power there just kind of started interacting with the mold on the nuggies and created George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and to answer your other question, who was Nuggie Zero? As far as we know, Nuggie Zero is the one who calls himself George.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure he was the first. We can't be certain, but that's
Yeah. Hard to tell, honestly.
And then the
That's what he
$5
claims.
fry stand.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what George claims. So nobody else seems to be disputing him. So fine, we'll
Oh, I
take
mean,
his word for it.
who could? He was there like around before any of the others.
Yep.
If you try to dispute him, he'd just be like, I was here before you, therefore
Yeah, well,
I
that's what he
automatically
says.
have.
Who knows whether that's actually true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working on what to do with the nuggets because we really do not want them to
Befriend
give.
Hey,
them.
the cyber dinos in the conversation. Cool, good to see you there, Safa. How are we doing? We agreed on a little friendly rivalry this month in the tourney. That's where I'm at.
Where am I at?
Let's.
Many
I
stomp.
haven't compared notes with you for a while. Thank you.
Where am I at?
I'm catching up slowly but surely.
Yay!
I don't think I'm that far.
The
Let's
word.
see.
No, wasn't it? Yes. Yes.
Safa,
Oh!
your dinghy
Oh.
goes so fast. So fast.
I'm being a little slow this month, but I'm taking care of myself. Me and my brain are not.
Ooh, force.
Oh,
Just
awesome!
while
We're
looking at
actually
it,
running
yep.
pretty close. Yeah,
There it
and
is.
yeah, fair enough about Jungle Bike, but yeah.
Safa,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
you should write 40 more words and just no, not 30 more words and then it'll
30,
look
30
really...
more words. Right, 30 more words.
Do
Yeah.
it right
30.
now. Just do it. It would be so satisfying.
And no
You
more
like-
than 30.
Yeah, and then just
Just
stop.
30.
Safa, Safa is not an organic being. Therefore, their
I know.
attraction is not to organic, Icarus.
Oh.
And
Is it
yeah.
a big rear axle? I have to ask.
Keep it PG.
I'm just asking if the rear axle
is
is
this-
bigger
is
than the
this-
front axle. It's fine.
Is this Jungle Bike we're talking about?
Yeah, Jungle
Yes.
Bike's rear axle.
Yeah,
Jungle Bike's dump truck, you mean?
Sure.
Um,
I gotta admit,
Oh,
Ass
nice,
has made a lot
Egriff.
of
That's cool.
great
Safa and
modifications.
Egriff are trying to get a joint $500,000 for the tourney.
ooh, nice.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Nice.
Stonks.
Good luck. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
that is many words.
I'm having enough issues trying to pry my brain around from the Bound God story that I'm working on.
I'm just writing
Yeah, I'm-
angst all month about memory loss because themes. Hee.
Yeah, I'm
Things.
gonna try and do
Well,
100K
that's
this month.
it's a good idea, actually, Melody. You really should try to process that. That's probably one of the best
Yeah.
ways to help with that.
I was
Mhm.
advised, you know, it would help process things if I wrote about that kind
Icarus,
of
I'm not sure I
subject.
understand what you mean by that. Does nobody
Eh,
see how awkward this is?
What awkwardness? There's no awkwardness
Yeah,
here.
what
I don't
awkwardness.
Why would you be speaking about anything awkward? It's not like I am the awkward king.
Nope, no awkwardness here.
Nice, Safa. That's great. Me too. I'm hoping to break 55 by the end of the day myself. I'm also taking a break for the stream, obviously. So
I'm
Yeah.
hoping to hit 30K today.
Yeah, me too.
awesome, guys.
I'm
Awesome.
gonna
I
take a
haven't
big
gotten a
nap
single
now.
word.
You're gonna take a
Yes.
big nap.
Yes.
No
Yes,
400
it's-
year nap.
Just
It's the middle of the night for cats, you know.
Yeah.
Well, the middle
Yeah.
of the day is the middle of the night, you know.
it's getting late here in Kittering. You know. So I'm gonna take big nap. It's gonna
We
be
still
brilliant.
got we still got stuff to do after this.
Yeah.
Nuggies. Anyway, nothing's happening later. Don't worry. Anyway.
No.
Um,
no.
Melody, what do you mean?
Nothing.
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 Melody,
Nothing.
Nothing.
don't.
Nothing.
No.
Anyway, I'm gonna go
you
check.
can't.
I'm
no,
just gonna go and check
you gotta
Twitter,
spill it
it's
now.
fine.
Nope, you gotta spill it now.
Melody.
Nothing's
Spill
happening.
beans.
Nothing's happening.
Melody, I know I'm
Bull,
I'm
you
wearing
know
about
it.
to leave you. Okay.
I'm a very honest cat.
Wasn't it you that said that all cats were liars?
No, that was Will Fletcher being meanie.
Well,
Mm.
Will Fletcher did say that all cats are psychopaths.
That's not true.
My spies would disagree with that. They're fluffy and cute.
As all cats are. Yes.
Miracle has
Oh,
decided
even
to take a
Egress is
nap.
glaring at
There's
you.
nothing sus. I just want to make friends
You
with
better
everyone.
spill the beans, Melody.
Melody,
Why can't
are
we
you
be
drop
going-
the
friends?
sardines?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't
No!
we
Spill the
be
beans,
friends?
drop the sardines.
Melody, I will take your sardine allowance away.
You can't do that.
You do not spill.
Only
can't
Misa
do
can do
that.
that.
We'll
and
talk.
You're so
met
stuffed. You
Misa.
probably
So-
think
Misa,
Misa is about you.
Misa tried to take
Like,
away my
torn.
sardine budget, and then I just yowled while she was trying to nap, and I got my sardine budget back.
I will.
Well-
Exactly.
I live with two spies. You yelling for hours on end will not do anything for me.
Safa,
Bill.
I advise caution about trying to create a race of bot people.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody has any objection to a few bot people. You know,
No.
I can get that it's probably pretty lonely for you, and that's like understandable. But if you start building too many of them, then people are going to get shades of too many science fiction storylines and the Terminator in their head, and then they're
It's
gonna,
not. It's
yeah, then you're
Yeah,
gonna get
no.
the same kind of reaction that the Voiders have been getting in public now, and trust me, you don't want it.
No.
It's alright. Safa's over here just, why can't we build friends?
Why can't
we
we
build friends?
Yeah, build and make friends. There we go.
I
Solve-
swear to
solve
God,
the
Melody,
world.
if you try and befriend the Nuggies again,
Uh-huh.
I will give you a bath.
I see
Okay.
no reason
But-
why you shouldn't build friends, Safa. I think building a few friends certainly wouldn't be untoward.
If you build them, they will come. Sorry, I had to.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to talk to King Bob about that, though.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't, you're not a Lapin. I can't give you permission. And you're not under
No.
the Lapin Protectorate's, paws, ears, so I can't. It's not
What?
my place to say.
Paws, ears?
I
Paws
don't know.
and
We don't
ears?
have wings. I can't
Ear
see
paws?
under a wing.
You're not in the Lapin Protectorate's tunnels. How about that?
Yeah,
So-
So I can't speak for you, and I can't make that decision. But talk to King Bob. I'm sure he'll be amiable to a few.
I just
Yeah.
like ears as one of the options you put there.
Yeah. Bunny
Well,
ears.
you gotta admit the ears are pretty distinctive. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli's got me beat in the ears department, but
I
the
do.
ears
Yeah,
are pretty.
Eli's ears are
On
Wampa Dompers
fire.
right there.
We see
They
that's
are on
because,
fire.
ironically, right? This is because Eli is a desert jackrabbit, and
I
what
am.
the big ears are actually designed for is to vent heat
Yep.
in the desert, which is kind of hilarious.
No, I like Safa's definition, or not definition. Safa's use for desert jackrabbit ears. It's to share affection.
Yes.
Affection.
Yes, affection is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
you've
what
got a
is-
friend in me, Safa. You at least have an organic friend because you
Yes.
know
You got
You-
a friend in me.
you reached out to me in the candlelight vigil. I have not forgotten that. I have not forgotten what any of you if there's anyone here in the chat who participated in that, thank you for saving my life. I don't know how
Aw.
better to say that, and I have I promise you I have not forgotten, and I'm really
Yeah.
grateful.
Mhm.
And you know, I I thank you for caring. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you.
Yes. And Safa, I would consider you a friend as well.
Yes.
Friendship stonks. Yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, indeed, you have friends. You have made other friend.
All different. Oh, good lord.
I think that may be a lovely note to end this on, my friends.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think
agree.
that's probably a good idea because I know Melody wants a nap. I
need
want a nap.
I don't want
I've
Yeah, and
got
some
any.
of
things
us
to
still
do
have
tonight.
learning to do for the tourney.
Yeah, I need a nap before tonight.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put it past the self-care mafia to hunt me down in the void somewhere.
To be honest,
If
we
I don't
probably
take
should
a
also
nap.
take a nap. Mm-hmm.
Nap gang.
They can't get me. Wah ha 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 ha.
Gala, I am part of the self-care mafia.
That
Oh,
doesn't mean that
well,
you can
that
get me
explains
when
a
I
lot.
vanish.
Doesn't it
Ha
though,
ha ha
Eli?
ha ha.
I will
As we
I
both
will.
glare at our sister and rival
Mhm.
mafias.
Yes.
I love you too.
Yeah, we love you too.
We love you too. Yes.
I
Get off
just
Wait,
that
Melody
happen.
is also part of the self-care mafia, isn't she?
Oh, that's true. That's
No,
true.
no. Melody's part of the Chaos Cartel.
Yeah, I defected.
Oh.
hmm
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Oh,
right too.
I thought you were a double agent for a moment there.
Yeah, just a little
As
bit.
No,
I
that's-
said, I am a chaotic being wrapped up in cute and innocent shell. I need to keep up that pretense, okay?
So you joined the self-care
You're
mafia
sweet and
instead of the
innocent.
chaos
See,
cartel?
you could join the sweet and innocent pact, Sonny. Rowan and I, Lady Rowan and I, have the sweet and innocent pact.
Mhm.
See how it works is that if one of us claims that we're sweet and innocent, then the other one immediately has to back them up.
Yes.
It's the sweet and innocent pact.
Yeah. Look
Or-
at us, old
or-
friends.
Uh,
Ooh, we should announce to
Friends.
people to submit their words to the bot if they are doing
Yes.
that.
Oh
Let's
yes,
do
I have
that.
a I have a bell here.
You do? Perfect.
Bring out your words.
words.
Bring
Yeah.
out your words.
give us the word.
Bring out your
Bring out your
words.
words.
Beep, beep, beep. Words time. Beep, 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 beep. Words time.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Bring them out.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
The bot demands words.
Bot is hungry. Give bot words.
I don't care
Beat the bot.
what anybody says. That was always
Yeah.
my favorite way to end it. Ring-a-ding-ding.
Ding a ding ding.
Yeah, I think Sunny would probably yeet me from the void if I don't take some cough syrup soon. So
Yes.
Well, I just might eat you from the
Not
void if you don't
not
take
that
the
I can
syrup.
really talk. I've got to take my own cold medicine. So
Egriff, you so cannot. I'll just portal back to my room. Call it good. Boom.
Life hack.
Gala, we will
I'll just-
find you.
Well, I'll just constantly keep moving around. I'll throw myself. I won't use the demon's help. I'll do it myself.
You just
come to the
Oh,
hide
secret
yeet
Chaos
yourself, huh?
Cartel place. I'll give you the
It's-
Is this
coordinates.
something I
I
have to be
need
concerned about,
coordinates.
Gala? What are we talking about here?
He doesn't want to be self-care. He doesn't want to do self-care. I'm about to
I'll just run away.
and into a spa.
See,
Ah.
Yeah, Okay, so we have like the rival mafia thing going on, but you are my son.
Seriously,
not a
yeah.
part of it.
Do the
If you
self-care.
don't do some self-care, then I am going to, I don't know, blast mushrooms with starlight or something.
Blast
Yes.
She will. She will.
Just random mushrooms, you just pick them from the ground, just be like, ah!
No,
Your
she'll
mushrooms,
probably.
Gala,
Yeah.
your mushrooms.
I know,
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
making a terrible joke there.
Yeah,
I know.
she'll make you have to restart your crop
Yeah.
Yep.
So
again
have
and
you
again.
slept today? There's a question.
Me?
You.
Yes.
I
Way
think
too
so.
long hesitating over that answer. Go take a
Yeah.
nap.
You can
Yeah, go take a
join.
nap.
You can join us
Naps
in the
are
practicing for
good.
the napathon.
I sleep with my eyes open, obviously.
That might scare
No,
some of the
that's
Always
cats.
not
look
how that
productive.
works.
No.
Always look productive.
Do you
No.
have eye drops then, or like do you just wake up every couple of hours and blink?
I never need eye drops. A new eye just grows on my arm somewhere.
That might actually be true. Yeah. I kind of believe him, actually.
That's sussy.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
So,
I love
sleep-
One moment
So
you
naps
think
are good.
Thing.
one moment you think I'm not paying attention to you and sleeping, and then the next moment there's an eyeball on the back of my hand, and you're like, oh gosh, oh geez, oh geez, oh gosh, oh golly, and then all of a sudden literamancy happens, and boom, we're back.
Ta-da! Yeah.
Ta-da!
Anyway, we should probably raid out to somebody.
I was thinking Dino Bob, because they're doing
Yes, Dino Bob.
Yes, why
the
don't
big
we
words.
go and say hello to the swamp? I think that
Yes.
sounds really good. We've certainly been
Yes.
blessed with the company of the Raptor Squad this afternoon.
Yes.
That would be lovely.
Icarus, please behave in Bob's chat, please and thank you.
Yes, please behave, Icarus.
Yes.
Please behave. That's all we're asking.
And
But thank you all
on,
for joining us. I hope that we've alleviated some concerns and cleared up some misconceptions. And
I hope you had a laugh.
Yeah.
We hope you had fun too.
Yeah, just keep in mind we're also learning about things, so we don't have all the answers,
Exactly.
and we try and put out what answers we do know for a fact.
Yeah, but we don't want to leap to any conclusions. We hope you won't either.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for coming to this special broadcast of Meow News. Maybe we'll do it again in the future. Who knows? Let me know who you'd like to see next time.
Melody.
Woo.
Yeah. Thank
you for having us. It was a lot of fun.
I'm just
Thank
glad
you.
the
Yeah, this
Ethernet
was a-
cable reached.
Yes.
Well, I was
Okay.
surprised, but I guess the portal worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Portals, gotta love them. They're always good.
oh yeah, we should probably, continue to plan that thing, that the feast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
Peace.
get together on that. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we've only got a couple of weeks before.
Thank you for coming, everyone. See you in the next
Yeah,
one.
bye, everyone.
Woo.
Bye.
Rated out.